Hello everybody, my name is ShortlineK819, and we haven't played EU4 in a hot minute, but we are back with Europa Universalis IV. But not just any version of EU4. Yeah, I don't know, I still don't own some of the DLC. We are back with a classic EU4 mod, which is Superstates. When I first started playing EU4, long ass time ago, when I first discovered this game, I saw someone play Superstates, and I was like, this must be the greatest mod ever, because it's okay, so the basic idea is, yeah, you have all the 50 states, all of the provinces and territories, all the Mexican states, you also have Australia, and I'm like, okay, we need to do this. So obviously, whenever you play Superstates, well, I saw the person play New York, and as a result, I screwed around by myself with a New York playthrough. But we're gonna play, of course, my home state of Virginia, and I think we're just gonna go with normal values for tax and manpower. Lucky nations, random. We can just let's turn lucky nations off. No lucky nations. We're gonna play as my home state, the Grand Commonwealth, the Great Commonwealth of Virginia. And yeah, we're gonna see. I do have a new map mod that I totally forget the name. I have that. I have the colored vassals mod. I have Superstates, and I also have a mod that changes a lot of the Superstates flags around. So let's just go ahead and immediately just hop into it. And we will see. Oh yeah, redeems are now working too. So if you want Vine Boom sound effect, you can have Vine Boom sound effect as long as you have enough bandanas. So that's nice. So Virginia, the Grand Commonwealth of Virginia. I do quite like that flag. It's kind of a neat flag. Oh yeah, playing sound using Twitch channel points. So yeah, because it's through Blurb. So I guess the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start to go through all these. So we have some rivals. Alabama. Alabama is a rival. Connecticut, for whatever reason, is a rival. Delaware and Columbia. Well, there's Delaware, and then there's the state of Columbia. So I think we're gonna go with... We'll go with Columbia. They want Northern Virginia, which does make sense, because being a resident of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and specifically Northern Virginia, no one ever says they're from Northern Virginia. They just say they're from Washington, D.C. Virginia General Assembly, I love how they got that right. Only Henrico. Makes sense, it's Richmond. I think we'll put... give seat in General Assembly to Northern Virginia, because they're, are some of our second most, actually, are they? They are our most developed province. So that's kind of neat. Makes sense. Seats in the legislature. Or issue to push through the General Assembly, right? National manpower modifier, domestic trade power, support the war effort. I don't know. We might hold off on that for now. I don't know yet. Advisor slots, 888. We can sell titles. Oh yeah, because this is still the old. No, it's the new system. We are on 1.36, which is one of the older mods. One of the older versions. Let's see. Let's just start going through this. What do we want to get first? Do we want to get military technology, admin technology? Early on, admin is probably the best for the simple fact that you're going to be coring a lot with your expansion, and also stability. We could do military to, excuse me, to get a rank up on military stuff, but, I think we're gonna go with admin. So there we go. Do we have the budget? No, we do not have the budget for advisors. Provinces of vital interest. Well, obviously, the state of West Virginia is going to be vital interest. So I'll just set West Virginia for now. National decisions. No. Enable colored tributaries. So we're just gonna stop that for now. Now, we can't actually form several states. We can form the Confederate States of America, which I don't know if I want to do that. Simply because, I don't know. I kind of don't want to do that. We can form the Mid-Atlantic Union, which requires us to conquer all the way up to New York. We can form the North American Union, but that's like, you have to conquer everything, so that's probably the end goal. We can form the United States. Luckily, we are on the previous patch, so I don't have to worry about updates. So we can play this for as long as we want. The South Atlantic Confederacy, which you have to conquer all the way down here. So we can either form the South Atlantic Confederacy or the Mid-Atlantic Confederacy. And then there's also the nation of Chesapeake, where we just have to conquer Maryland and Delaware. Chesapeake would be kind of nice to do. I think our first war is going to be against West Virginia. Simply because, well, they are our rightful territory. Now, we do have a mission tree. So the first is Old Dominion Army. Excuse me. I'm gonna be yawning a lot simply because, obviously, the whole bunch of previous streams, I was on with a whole bunch of other people, and I let them doing a lot of the talking, and I didn't have to talk as much. New Venetian arsenal, global dominance. Unite Virginia, invade DC. So yeah, it does appear that our primary mission tree is actually to go south. Which does, I guess, make sense. I'm immediately going to go ahead and take out a loan. So we can get our army up. What is our force limit? 15? So... let's see... We'll go with that. We do have ideas. Traditions are Land Leader Shock and Land Leader Fire, and yeah, those two. We do get... I'm quite sleepy today. We do get a whole bunch of nice ideas. Appomattox Courthouse, Morale of Armies, or Improved Relations, Morale of Armies, Production Efficiency, Leader Siege. The Yearly Army Tradition is going to be rather nice. I guess the Pentagon. We do actually have the Pentagon as a great project, so, do we have any other great projects? Just the Pentagon? I guess so. You can seize land, you can sell titles, nice. What about our guys down here? I might want to go religious diplomats, because we are American Protestant in the vast majority of states. At least in our area, are American Protestant, with the exception of, like, New York and New England, but, we'll go with that. Anything else that we could get? We're not going to need a monthly administrative power, we're not going to need that. I do want to get burgers in the Admiralty eventually, but not right now. Light ship, trade power, private trade fleet, sure, we'll take that. We'll take those two. I can seize land. I really don't feel like doing that right now. Debate in the General Assembly. Manpower recovery speed and monthly war exhaustion. I might want to do that. National arrest, foreign spy protection. I kind of want to hold off on this for now until we can support the war effort. Because we are going to be invading West Virginia over here. We do need a general. So, oh my gosh. 2-star general right off the bat. No siege, though, which kind of sucks. Could I quickly... Littleton Amherst, that is a very Virginia name. We do have 1 siege on that guy, so... That's nice. Now, in terms of allies, who is West Virginia rivaled with? Ohio, Kentucky, and Maryland. We'll see who they ally with, because Maryland, obviously, Pennsylvania, New York, am I rivaled with them? No. New Jersey, Connecticut. We can go ahead and we can start to embargo some of our rivals. Issue embargo. Connecticut. Issue embargo. I guess what we can do is we can just go ahead and unpause the game. We do have a trade fleet, which I will send out in the Chesapeake. Let's recruit an admiral. Alexander Wilder, nice. What does the trade situation in the Chesapeake look like? It's about split between Maryland and Virginia, which does make sense. We do hold a lot of centers of trade. Nice. Not all of them though in the Chesapeake. We still need Wake, which that's Raleigh, and then Washington itself, Montgomery, and then Baltimore. New naval research. I'll take the prestige hit. West Virginia. I won't exercise for now. Ally with Indiana. Okay. We do want to start getting allies. We are allied with Kentucky just right off the bat, which is nice. Can we be allied with... Maryland isn't allied with anybody, but let's ally ourselves with Pennsylvania for now. And I kind of want a northern ally and a southern ally. And maybe a midwestern ally, too. Indiana, I can't. I can't with Michigan, can't with Ohio. None of these people over here. They all don't like me. Illinois? Maybe we could have an alliance with Illinois. We're all republics, I think, so we're not any monarchy. North Carolina? I don't think I want an alliance with North Carolina. Specifically because, well, look, North Carolina is allied with Pennsylvania, and so am I. Could I potentially ally with New York? Maybe. Let's try and get Illinois first. Let's see how things go. I also have to pay attention to 3 out of 4 Diplo rep. Okay. I will go ahead. And once... When are y'all going to be done? Pretty soon. Okay. Alabama has insulted us. Well, oh well. Well, I've embargoed you. Not like it matters. I don't think we really have any... The embargo doesn't do anything, but it does get us, at least right now, but it does get us power projection, which is nice. Who is our other rival? Who's our other rival? Columbia? I like how it's just Columbia instead of the District of Columbia. There we go. We've now successfully rivaled Columbia. All right. The District, which I've been going through the District a lot. I haven't really been in the District a whole bunch. The last time I was in the District was, well, actually a week ago when I did the quick transfer from Union Station to, onto the Metro, but even then, I never left Union Station, so does it really count being... I'm in the District, but I'm not, like, in the District. Let's see. We can always call in Kentucky later. Ah, I just sneezed. I am so sorry. We will... Should I call in Kentucky? Kentucky wants, Cabell, or Cable County. Bell County? Cable County? You know, once we siege out all that, I will go ahead and, No, I don't want to be crushed right away. I'll go ahead and, call in Kentucky later. Let's just save the game for now, just in case. So, let's go ahead and... Here we go. Here we go. Alright, raise war taxes. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take the Berkeley County first. Martinsburg, which Martinsburg is like Harper's Ferry's there, Martinsburg is like right here. Martinsburg, like Berkeley and Jefferson counties, which are the two counties over here, those are like the counties you live in if you want to take advantage of the fact that West Virginia is cheap, but you also want to live somewhat near Washington. Those are the places where you live. Oh, look at that. All right, click on the battle. Yeah, we're gonna win this handily. There we go. Got 9 war score from that alone. Cannot choose a new leader while we're in enemy land. Shit. Well, I'm gonna go and quickly siege out Monongah. Can I siege out Monongahela real quick? While we're doing that, actually, I might as well... Forgot, debate in the General Assembly. I could gain manpower, like, immediately. I don't know, let's kind of want to hold off and see. If I need the manpower, I'll get the manpower, but... Indiana has a fort. Indianapolis? Let's see. Yeah, okay, we'll siege out to, we'll switch out to Amherst, which I was actually in Amherst, Massachusetts the other day for the Big E train show. Well, Springfield. Or Springfield/Amherst. But now our main objective is to siege out the middle of West Virginia, siege out Kanawha. We are actually making money, which is very nice. I'm also quickly building a spy network so we can get any sort of advantage we can get, which is always nice. Maryland is allied with New York. Fuck. Well, I'm allied with Pennsylvania. And... let's see. Oh gosh. Is this the real life? Is just fantasy? Washington caught in a landslide. Well, that's no good. Well, shit. Luckily for us, I might as well go ahead. Might as well go ahead and take this now. In that case, to get my stability back up. I've been pinged. Who have I been pinged by? I've been pinged in memes. Thank you, Western Ohio Interurban History. I've not seen Indiana anywhere. Indiana does not exist. It is a mere myth. A mere imagination. They do not exist. Taking a quick sip of water. Yeah, because typically... Oh, we can go up to speed 3. Because typically when I play EU4, I play the fuck out of EU4. Because normally when I play games, I can't really play them for more than maybe an hour or two, but EU4 seems to be one exception to that rule. Um, yeah, I guess we're just slowly waiting. Who am I improving relations with? Illinois? See if I can get an alliance with them. Well, I'm at war, so of course I'm not going to be able to get an alliance with them. Delaware has claimed Accomack as their own. Oh well. You know what, let's actually go ahead, because one of them... Did we take the district? They're allied with Alabama? Just Alabama? Okay, then... It'd be funny. Because, Fun fact about the District of Columbia, and why it's a weird half rectangle. Originally, it was a complete rectangle. Because Alexandria, in Arlington, was originally part of the district. And then it was seceded back to the Virginia, because people in Alexandria and Arlington really did not want to be a part of the federal district. So yeah. Give me a moment. Hello, I am back. Uh, is there a launch tonight? I don't know. Uh, oh well then. Let us continue with comfy EU4 Superstates. So let's continue with this. All right, Kanawha. Almost done with that siege. Still haven't seen Indiana once this entire war, but Indiana does not exist. No, they do not. Preferably I'd like to obviously fully annex these guys. Only 46 war score. Pennsylvania. I'm not going to do that, obviously, because I want the entire state of West Virginia. If I can get away with that without actually having to fight Indiana, that would actually be rather nice. Pennsylvania has 17, almost 18k troops in Bloomsburg. And, yeah, they're taking attrition. I don't know why you don't just move it to Harrisburg or something, but, Philadelphia. So, oh well. Siege of Kanawha is over. Excellent. Could I take the state of West Virginia? I'd also like to take their money. That too. But, oh well, looks like I'm not going to be able to fully take their money yet. I will go ahead and just destroy what's left of their army. Probably should have changed out our general back, but it's only 5k guys, so it's not really matter. West Virginia received a gift from Tennessee. Well, that's unfortunate. I can go ahead and stack wipe them now. Down here. And stack wipe. Now, I am very happy because the next Slime Rancher update is coming out on the 8th. It's coming out in 4 days. So you betcha that I'm going to be playing that as soon as it comes out. So that's going to be rather fun. I will go down to Beckley and just defeat that army. Yeah, and I think because the Slime Rancher update, after I finish this war, I'll take a quick look about the, because I did see that all the gadgets from 1 they're adding back into 2, which is like, that's the big thing for me, because now I can actually begin to successfully automate my entire ranch, which is going to be rather nice, because manually doing everything is a fucking pain. I love that game. I love that game so much. Okay. Any wars occurring? Am I the first war in the entirety of North America? Probably, yeah. Alright, we'll go up to the Panhandle, to Ohio County. And we will just take them over. We actually gonna go have to fight Indiana to a certain degree. It does appear to be so. Virginia occupied Ohio. Yeah, we're gonna actually have to go fight Indiana, which does kind of suck. Can I get... let's see. Can I ask for military access to the Great Commonwealth of Kentucky? Yes. Eventually we're gonna take Kentucky over, but right now they're our ally. Oh, Indiana is there. I'm also gonna swap out for Patrick Henry again. Our main general. Brent Condottieri from Tennessee. No, thank you. Hopefully the only thing we need to do is fight this battle, and then we should be good. There we go. 4 war score. Battlefield medic trait. Still not yet? We do have ticking war score, which is nice. But, hey, we could get, some money out of Indiana too, maybe. Who knows? Obviously, I can't take any of Indiana itself, but the only place for me to go, it actually is Indianapolis. Unfortunate. We do have the ticking war score, which is quite nice. I don't really see Happy Valley. Okay, that's a neat name for an area. Well, the valley that Penn State's in is Happy Valley. Because, I have family who goes there. Would it be better to just wrap them somewhere in Fayette County? And then just hope that after this battle I have the war score to... Battle of Fayette? Yeah, look, we can get it. Alright. Let's go ahead. And... no? Come on. Oh, because Clark County besieged. Okay. Or Clark Province? Clark County? All these are named after counties. Even if Clark County is maybe like... I have no idea where Clark County, Kentucky is, even if it's just like a small little area. Well, Alexandria is not a... Well, Alexandria is a city, because in Virginia we have completely independent cities, entirely separate from counties. Which is one of the weird little quirks of our system that we have. I think for now... Is it really worth that extra cash? If I just retreat back, right? If I just clear offer and just... Oh, it looks like I actually am going to have to fight them. Can I call in Kentucky? They will not accept. Fuck. Come on. We're so close. I really don't want to have to cross the Ohio. Because I know we will eventually lose that battle. We are gaining a decent amount of, manpower back, which is nice. Who was I improving alliance with? Oh yeah, Illinois. Some of these flags are actually quite nice. Even the ones that they changed all the flags, I think. Like Iowa, obviously that's not the Iowa flag, but... I don't want to lose stability again, but... I guess we'll just continue with ticking war score. Hey! Actually, take a little bit of cash. How much cash can I take? I could take all of it. Okay! West Virginia! We have reunited the Virginians. Unite Virginia. That gives us claims on all of that area. Which is very nice. Church actions can be selected. I can probably save up for progress of supreme government. But we can make this a state, and because it's already a state, just go ahead and do that. Now we do need at least 3 seats in the General Assembly. So, of course, I'm immediately just going to go ahead and give it to the developed province. So, the Norfolk, Chesapeake, Hampton Roads... Well, Hampton Roads is right there. Well, it's kind of the whole Hampton Roads area. This area down here. Area over there, which is nice. That will allow us to repay our loan. We can recall our diplomat from Illinois, which means we actually can get an alliance with them now. We now have a Midwest alliance. In that case, I might actually want to break my alliance with Kentucky, because, well, eventually I'm going to have to go after them. Pennsylvania, New York, don't want to declare war on New York. Columbia is no longer a valid rival for Virginia. Okay. Who could we rival? Probably Maryland. Issue embargo with over Maryland. Now obviously, 24, 18K. Yeah, I maybe not yet. We do actually have a fairly decent, we can build up our force limit some more, which I'm not going to do that right now. Let's actually just go ahead and we'll build some barks. That's what we'll spend our cash on. And then I will also go ahead and boost my stability, which is nice. And yeah, so I think our next war may either be against the district or Maryland. That is a very neat take on the Maryland flag. So yes, there we go. I do want to form Chesapeake. I think that would be kind of a neat little thing to form, because I think there aren't some states. I think you do. No, I know a lot of like European countries, right? You have to reach Admin Tech 10. But with this, it appears that you don't. You just have to own a certain number of provinces, like within the region, like the nation of Chesapeake. You only just need, what do you need? 3 provinces in the Potomac region. And then, yeah, just own all of those provinces, and you should be good. But that's actually rather nice. You don't have to wait for Admin Tech 10, and then by the time you pick everything for Chesapeake, you've already, done everything for the Mid-Atlantic. I did see a battle go on somewhere, so there is a war somewhere around here. At least I think. Or maybe some rebels or something. Plague. I'll take the money hit. Yeah, I think we were the first war. Something that I've noticed is it does... Actually, no, look. Oregon has been abolished to the western half of Oregon. Okay, so we're the first or second war. Something that I have noticed is it does take a while for wars to actually, for wars to appear. Quickly taking another sip. Another sip of water. Maryland would be... We're going to fabricate on Maryland. And then another thing that we can do is we can allies. Start improving relations with all our various allies. We are increasing in church power, which is rather nice. Let's see. We can promote the West Virginian culture. Do we really need to do that right now? Because accepted cultures, I always forget. I always forget what accepted cultures actually does. It's... Hold on, let me look it up. EU4... Accepted culture. Let me just see. All accepted cultures give you less unrest, more taxes, and more manpower. Okay, that's what I thought. I guess... Like, what percentage of... So, all the West Virginia provinces. Okay, that would probably be the best idea. So all of our Virginians are now accepted. We can take a new tech. We can take temples, which is rather nice. I kind of don't want to start another war until we obviously have recovered manpower. I do Maryland is still just allied with New York. Does DC have a mission tree? Do they have a mission tree of themselves? I like how they're... actually, that's interesting, right? It's like, we have Patrick Henry as our governor, right? Are there, like... George Clinton for New York? Lois Stewart? Well, so actual... All these are actual governors of various states that I guess were around. Robert Rockefeller, you know. I assume these are all actual people, because obviously Patrick Henry was an actual person, George Clinton, Walter Washington. Although Walter Washington he was the first mayor of DC. Well, mayor. Well, DC for a long time didn't actually have a mayor because it was just directly controlled by the... But he was the first, like, person to occupy a mayoral-like position in, like, the 60s. I've been reading, Great Society Subway, which is about the history of the DC Metro, my beloved. And, that's been an interesting read. I have a whole bunch of things I need to read. I have a book on the Rutland Rare that I need to read, which looks very fun to read. And, so... Those are all going to be fun. We do need 2,000 men. Luckily, we do have, the manpower recovery speed, which is nice. Delaware. You get Joe Biden. I know he's never the governor of Delaware. He's just from there and was a senator from there. But could you get Joe Biden? I love how Area 51 is a wasteland. You can't access it. Maybe that's why all these states appeared in 1444. Buy network construction plus 30. That's actually rather nice. Yeah, I think for now we're just gonna continue and wait while we... Maryland... Even with the state of Pennsylvania, we're still a bit outnumbered. And, well, Columbia, if we take the district, Georgia would join. And then I could just have Georgia deal with Alabama. We are actually... Yeah, I totally forgot we're allied with Georgia. I could give them, like... Well, eventually I'm gonna have to take them over anyways, but I could give them, like... Atlanta is super developed. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess that makes sense. Fulton County and the surrounding area is, like... like one big suburb extending in every which way for miles and miles. You know what? That might actually be better. And we have, like, zero aggressive expansion because all we took back was the, what's it called? The, Whores. And Invade DC is a thing that will eventually, you know, lead into claims in Maryland. So, that might actually be a bit worth it. Maybe not. Let's get our manpower back up, right? And then we can go ahead. It's interesting because over here... Hey, Spud! Yes, the redeems are working again. Hello, welcome in. I don't know how you get rid of... Can I just delete these messages? Yeah, okay, there we go. Is there a way you could hide that? I need to actually figure that out. But, hello, Spud, welcome in. We were playing EU4 Superstates, which adds, well, all of this in the base game. So it's 1444 and we're Virginia. We're getting ready to invade DC. That's fun. I don't actually have a claim on the district, huh? Let me go ahead and do that. How are you doing today? Slowly, I took over West Virginia. Delaware World Conquest. Joe Biden World Conquest? Maybe in the future. I kind of wanted to just play my home state first. We do eventually have to take over Delaware if we want to form Chesapeake, because we have to take over, basically, I think the only requirements for Chesapeake are, yeah, just Maryland, Delaware, and the district. So, I'm so used to calling it the district instead of the District of Columbia, being a resident of this general region. So, I'll just forever call it that. Uh, yeah, we're understandable. Yes, I haven't been going. I probably should go more into various aspects of Virginia lore. Okay, so there is actually a very good website, a remarkably good website called Virginia Places, virginiaplaces.org, I think. It's basically a Virginia encyclopedia, but with shit that you would never actually be able to find anywhere else. So some of my favorite, the District. Listen, Washington, D.C. is fine. Yeah, it's home to politicians, and that sucks. But other than that, it's pretty fine. As someone who is district adjacent, I declare it to be okay. It's also one of those things where I'm almost forced to sort of identify with this area, with this particular political body, despite the fact that I don't actually live there, for the simple fact that I agree it's probably fine, it's just I want to make a piss joke. Completely understandable, but, you know, no one's gonna say, like, oh, I'm from this specific town in Northern Virginia. No one's gonna know what the fuck you're on about. So I just say I'm from Washington. Because if you're in, like, a 50-mile radius of Washington, you just say that you're from Washington, D.C. Even if you aren't actually from Washington, D.C. I think the last time I actually went into Washington, D.C. and explored around was, like, over a year ago. I've been through Washington a whole bunch. Actually, no. Actually, no, that's not the case. It was only a few months ago. But, okay, a year ago, me and a couple of friends went in there to visit, like, the National Mall and see all the things down there. But a few months ago, me and another friend just went there and just rode Metro the entire day. So actually, yeah, the last time I think I was actually in the district exploring it was maybe like 3-4 months ago. I was there last week technically, but that was just me passing through on a metro train, so yeah. Uh Virginia's also, we're also slightly neat because we have, I already mentioned this once, I'm gonna mention it again, we have independent cities. And not like, oh yeah, this one city is oh, it's the city that's within a county that has a mayor and whatnot. Like New York, I forget the county that New York is in. Like New York City and Manhattan. It's like Manhattan isn't like entirely separate from the county that it's in, right? New York, what county is New York City in? I totally forget. I New York City is in. Oh, it actually is its own separate county. Okay, I was confused. But like, okay, probably a better example would probably be like Atlanta. Like Atlanta, it isn't the completely separate city of Atlanta. Atlanta is in Fulton County, and you have Fulton County and their various Fulton County governments, but then you also have Atlanta inside of that with their mayor and whatnot. In the state of Virginia, or the Commonwealth of Virginia, as I should say, because that's the official name, like Alexandria, for instance, or like Fairfax, or like Norfolk, or Chesapeake, or Richmond, like there's Henrico County, and then in Henrico County there's the city of Richmond, which is a completely separate, distinct entity from Henrico County. So in Richmond, you have the city of Richmond with its own government, own everything, and then around Richmond is just Henrico. Richmond, technically, downtown Richmond is not a part of Henrico County, even though it's surrounded by it. It's its own completely separate thing, and that's so we have fully independent cities, completely separate from counties. And I think like 38 out of 41 of the independent cities in the United States are in Virginia, which is very funny. Which is very cool. Uh, Question, are there literally public ads littered around DC which are specifically targeted at like 3 defense procurement officials and no one else? Yes, I've seen them on the metro before. That is absolutely something that exists. Like, let's make the right choice. Fly the F-35. Yes, those do exist. NYC is split between 6 separate counties. Each borough is a county. It's very weird and nowhere else is like that. Okay. But you got my kind of like Atlanta Fulton County versus, City of Richmond versus Henrico sort of thing. I've heard of independent cities. There are a few in other parts of the country too, but there are only a couple of large ones, like St. Louis and New Orleans. Yeah, St. Louis is an independent city. New Orleans, I think, is an independent city, and then I think the other one is Carson City or Reno, Nevada. One of those two, I think, are the 3 fully independent cities in the United States. All the rest are in Virginia. Which is funny, because you get a place like Galax, Virginia, which is like 6,000 people, and that's a completely independent city from whatever else. There's no qualification to determine what is an independent city or not. So there was actually a debate a couple of years ago in Fairfax County, which Fairfax County is here roughly. It's sort of between the district and Loudoun in this part of Virginia. It's the most populous county in Virginia. And there was a debate a couple of years ago about whether or not the Fairfax County, would want to become an independent city. The only thing you need to become an independent city, I think, is that the county basically has to approve itself being an independent city. Of course, that ran into some trouble because, Fairfax County wanted to become an independent city, but the actual city of Fairfax itself is already a separate independent city. So if Fairfax County wanted to become an independent city, they couldn't become the city of Fairfax because that was already a thing. So they would have to choose a different name. And that killed the whole idea. City of Fairfax 1 and 2. Sometimes I think about British common law and then my head hurts. Yeah, it's kind of weird how, out of all things, only us really adopted that one specific aspect long term. It's really strange. Alright. Let's see. Power structure. Well, we already have... Can I change? We are a slave state republic. I don't know if I want to keep that. Production efficiency. Institution embracement clause plus 20, which sucks. Commonwealth Republic. Oh, someone has texted me. Oh well. American State Republic, Noble Elite, Commonwealth Republic. For the simple act of roleplay, because, okay, oligarchy, I can't do a plutocracy. Yearly art, Noble Elite, American State Republic. If I was like doing a completely serious campaign, I'd probably want to go oligarchy. But I kind of want to do the Commonwealth Republic just for, like, a roleplay sort of thing. Because you can only be a certain number of cultures and take that. So I think I'm just going to immediately switch just Commonwealth Republic. Isn't Tennessee threatened to split into 3 separate historic regions which have laws surrounding them and everything, but it's entirely a ceremonial manner? I am not too sure about Tennessee. I know nothing about Tennessee and their political structure. I know in Louisiana they have counties are called parishes, which is kind of cool. I don't know if there's a difference though. And then Alaska, there are boroughs, which I think are separate too, or something different too. But as I said, I'm not 100% sure. Texas is preparing to attack Chihuahua in a war of aggression. Okay. Anyways, let's do progress of the Supreme Governor. Let's take that. And then we do actually have manpower. And the District of Columbia is at war with Florida. Oh yeah, because Florida's invading Alabama, and Alabama is allied with Columbia because I was rival with Columbia briefly, or the district. Calling it Columbia and the district, it's, you know what it is. Um, fuck, I could just literally just waltz in and take this over right now. Uh, let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and do that. The Grand Divisions of Tennessee, each constituting roughly one-third of the land area that are geographically, culturally, and legally and economically distinct. The Grand Divisions are recognized in the state constitution and state law and are represented on the flag of Tennessee by 3 prominent stars. Interesting. Legal significance. The former Tennessee Public Service Commission was required to consist of 3 commissioners, including 1 from each Grand Division, although they were elected in statewide elections. State law requires that the 10-member Tennessee Textbook Commission, which consists of professional educators, must include 3 members who do not work in education from one of each. State law requires a particular number of appellate judges to be from each Grand Division. Huh. So those are the only legal significance. Just slightly more local representation. That is strange. The District of Columbia is at war with Florida, so just like real life? I guess. Might be a bit too on the nose, but oh well. Okay. Alabama, I don't think you should be invading Arkansas when you have sieging out fucking Little Rock when you have bigger issues to worry about. Alright. I actually have a positive opinion of the District of Columbia, which is not going to last because I'm about to do this. Alright. I can call Pennsylvania, which I'm not going to do that. Alright, we're gonna take over the district. You know, it's gonna be fun. Let me just go ahead and separate out. I probably should have got my siege guy in charge of that army, but oh well, we can walk out, and then we can immediately just walk back in. Georgia declare war on Alabama. Nice. The rivalry between Georgia State and Alabama will never end. Alright. Trying to think of a space thing to talk about, and TBH, I'm running short. You know, not much has actually... Well, I guess Slim. Slim is alive, which is nice. I don't really know what else... Well, it was alive and then it died again. I don't really know what else to say, though. Yeah, there really hasn't been much, like, big news recently. The only thing that I can think of is, like, a whole bunch of weird minor stories that I don't, you know, have particularly much to say on individually. Patrick Henry, our Governor Patrick Henry, is now a scholar. Technology cost -5. Let's go. And this siege is going to take 2 minutes. Is this a level 1 fort? If I could actually, like... No, this is a level 3 fort. Well, I guess we do have... They do... Well, my spy network just dropped down from 100 to 74 because I got caught, but oh well. Great efficiency. I'll make a long-term investment. They finally got the Osiris Rex sample kit container open a few days ago. Yeah, they did. I don't really have much to comment on that. But, I don't know, SpaceX did 10 launches, 10 Falcon 9 launches in January, so that's kind of neat. I really don't know what else to say. Let's see. Siege of Washington is over. Yay. And then we'll have a naval battle, because apparently they have 12 ships. coming out from National Harbor. Well, actually, National Harbor's down here in Montgomery County. Well, I don't think it's in... Is National Harbor in Montgomery County, like, actually? I know it's in the province in EU4. But, like, is it actually in Montgomery County, Maryland? No, it is not. It is not in Montgomery County. It is in... Also not in the district. It's in... Prince George's County, okay. I'm not on that side of the river, I'm sorry. So, I don't know as much about it. Alright. Here we go. Conquest of Washington. Yay! That is... Invade DC. Which means I get claims on all of that, which is very nice. I can also seize land, which I really don't want to because I kind of want to build up my army a bit more. We do have a lot of ducats, though, and we can actually go ahead and build a temple in Alexandria. So we can, Alabama is no longer a valid rival for Virginia. I see why. Well, Florida likes me. Well, I'm already out with Georgia, so, let me just go ahead and revoke my embargo then. And then, new ally, or new rival. I don't know, who's someone we're gonna beat the shit out of? Alright, gonna do other stuff. Might come back later, take care. Well, thank you for popping in, Spud, as always. And, hope to see you back, but that's perfectly fine if you don't. So, North Carolina, New York, Tennessee, Pennsylvania. I think we're gonna... We want to go with New York. Sure, let's go with New York. There we go. Alright. Now, let's see. State of Maryland. They're a state and not a commonwealth. They are bad then. They'll have a truce with Kentucky. They're still just allied with New York. So let's go ahead and... That aggressive expansion should die down. Who changed capital? Alabama. Oh, Alabama does not exist anymore. Oh my gosh, that fucking border war. That is very cursed. I guess we'll just sort of wait for a while. We can continue to... Oh my gosh. Sure, we'll do that. I was gonna say, I was going to continue to build up my fleet, but like... Damn. Do I want to develop any of my provinces? What do I have in terms of trade goods? Naval, tobacco. Tobacco is what, 3? Cotton. Cotton is 3. More tobacco. Okay, I can't do that because Enlightenment isn't present. We do have iron. The highest trade value? Tobacco? We can begin to, let's see. Trade value. We'll up our, up some of that. We can get some more from that, from production. I don't know. Let's see. Well, let's see. Actually, I probably should hold off on these now that I realize this, so when we get the Renaissance, we can dev it over here. Great powers. I have a great power map mode, but the only great power in the entire North America is California. We're number 6, England number 8, France number 5, Poland's number 4. Okay, that's pretty standard. Vijayanagar, yeah, they can get great power pretty early on. What else? Let's see. Church will be finished there. We'll get some more money. Our truce with Kentucky has ended. Unfortunately, they're allied with, like, everybody, so I'm not going to go after them right now. I kind of want to do Chesapeake first. Form that. And then once we sort of build up our little base over here, we can strike south. We could actually, well, now we can actually build up our army more. So, continue to build it up. Let's see. Do we have, land leader fire, land leader shock? Do we have anything related to cavalry? No, just a whole bunch of military stuff in general. So nothing, like, super specific. We could, in theory, get an advisor, but I don't know. Maybe not yet. I do want to see... Oh yeah, that's something I typically do that I haven't done so far. I can name my... Chesapeake EF. That stands for Trade Fleet. So we will protect trade in the Chesapeake Bay. And this will be the War Fleet. And then this is going to be the Army of Virginia. Oh. Army of Virginia. Okay, there we go. Now, another thing, because they are allied with New York, our other... I can withdraw that. Guess what I can do is eventually I'm going to go up there and curb stomp New York, which, I mean, I have a lot of family from New York, but, that won't stop me from curb stomping them. I am going to go ahead and start building a spy network. I've actually found more recently in my recent playthroughs, building spy networks is actually quite useful. When, and then what I will also do... Where's the War Fleet? The War Fleet is right there. Let's go back to Hampton Roads. The Norfolk Naval Shipyard. Well, Norfolk and then Hampton Roads. We build another bark. We can enact a government reform. Oops. Authoritarianism? Political dynasties? Republicanism? Autocratic rule? Religious values? No, I don't really like that one, because it only gives me one bonus. National Manpower Modifier plus 10 is nice, but... missionaries... Meritocratic rule, republicanism... Republican tradition is nice. But, political dynasties, random candidate bonus. I know, like, authoritarianism, which is a sentence you should never take out of context, but in the context of this game, it gives you good modifiers. And, I don't know, like, historically, republicanism... Missionaries I don't really need. I went Commonwealth Republic because it's like we are the Commonwealth of Virginia, and it's, you know, stuff like that, you know, roleplay reasons, but I guess if I were to continue that, it would be yearly Republican tradition. Also maybe political dynasties, because we're a southern state, but I think I'm just gonna go with this. There we go. And a Commonwealth Republic also gives you, you know, good modifiers too, so... Oh, my spy network in Maryland has been found. That sucks. I guess we'll wait a few years. Because we are getting a bit closer to forming Chesapeake. We do need... Is this just one? Oh, that's Potomac. Also just known as the generic DMV area. Plus Baltimore, so I guess also plus Annapolis. Like, the DMV area is, like, here. I was gonna say, you're in the Beltway if you're in the DMV area if you're in the Beltway, but that's not necessarily true, because there are plenty of places that are classified as the DMV area that are very much not in the Beltway. So, it's interesting because as part of the book that I'm reading, The Great Society Subway, which it's an excellent title, but I dispute the title Subway, and honestly, so does the book too, because it's more of the DC Metro is a rapid transit system. It is a hybrid regional subway system, so it's doing both. But I was reading about DC's various highway plans in the Connecticut no longer considers us a rival. Well, I still consider them a rival, I think. Do I? No. Let's see. What was I talking about? Yeah, so if you don't know, there is the Beltway. Typically, sometimes you'll hear the phrase inside the Beltway, used as sort of a derogatory thing against, the hubris of politicians who do nothing but stay inside DC, which is perfectly acceptable in many cases. But, there is what's called the Beltway. It's basically a giant ring road that surrounds, that runs through the outer area of the DMV region. It runs roughly, like, here, where I'm circling my mouse. So that was, as part of this book, I've been reading about DC's various highway plans, because those were DC's various highway plans in the 50s were pretty influential in eventually the metro system that we got. And the Beltway, what eventually became the Beltway, was called the Outer Beltway, and originally there was supposed to be an Inner Beltway too, that was going to be a big highway just entirely within the city of within the district. I think a small part of it would have gone out into Maryland, a small part of it would have gone out into Virginia, but it would have basically circled the inner part of the district. Pause that thought for one moment. I have no idea what I would think for my first idea. Typically I like to go with a military idea. We don't really have Vassal Swarm, although I do like Vassal Swarm. But I don't think I'm going to do it just yet. Innovative ideas, expansion ideas. I really don't want to go colonize. There's no need to for me, really. I mean, it'd be funny, but, like, yeah. I feel like there are better things I could focus on. Naval ideas would be nice. You know what? I'm leaning towards quality ideas, because that gives us a lot of nice bonuses split between ships and the army. And, yeah, we could probably go with quality ideas as our first one. And then eventually down the line, I do kind of want to take humanist, maybe. And then maybe economic. We'll take quality ideas as our first. And we can actually get it already, but let's see real quick, because they're on Tech 4. I don't know, we'll see. We're taking this... I don't know, I kind of... Escort will take it. There we go. Because I think eventually we can shift. No, in 10 years we can shift. Not right now, though. Well, that's automatically a state because it's in the Potomac region. Anyways, back to whatever the hell I was saying. So yeah, there is there's the inner belt. Well, there's the outer beltway, which is just known as the beltway, and then there's the inner beltway, which never got built. I think like a small part of it ended up getting built. And there was a whole bunch of other highway plans which involved routing various highways directly through the district, including some, like, where you would have to bulldoze large swaths of DC to send a highway down. including some very close to the National Mall. There's also the Northwest Freeway, which runs through, you guessed it, Northwest DC, and the idea was eventually it would go up to Frederick, Maryland. And then there was another highway, which I-66, which is the worst road ever, except for all the others, which, is kind of a highway that leads out west into, west out here, and that was eventually built. But the original idea was it would cross the Potomac along the Three Sisters Islands and go west through the district, through Georgetown, and basically dump you into DC. I guess kind of an equivalent thing would be like the Long Island Expressway, how that just sort of dumps you in Midtown Manhattan. It would basically do the same thing with the district. And, no debates in General Assembly. Let's see, technology cost, construction cost. Advisor costs, national manpower modifier, diplomats +1. I don't want to keep going with this. It would also get us up to 3 stability. So, yeah, we're just going to go with that. And naturally, a lot of district residents, and even a lot of people in surrounding Montgomery County in Maryland, were pretty upset by this because they don't want a highway demolishing their nice district. So one of the original ideas, kind of the genesis of the DC Metro, is in large part it was sort of a reaction towards, all these highways that were being proposed in and around the district. And, oh, my spy network in New York has crumbled. So, and how Metro, the DC Metro, which is a pretty good system, all things considered, was kind of in large part, a reaction out of that. So, it's quite interesting to read about. I'm actually going to change the title of the stream. Plus, talking about my state and DC, because this is totally one of those, like, I just do a lore dump on you for the region that I live in. I don't want to risk the what's it called? I don't want to do that. Clergy. We are recovering manpower now, which is nice. We could do the... Oh. Someone has actually texted me. Okay. So yeah. Because a lot of district residents were actually quite upset about this, about, highways coming through their city. Like, if you've ever seen Atlanta, for example, Atlanta is kind of an interesting case because... Okay, so let me get into this. Basically, there was a politician by the name of, William Nasher was his name. I'm gonna take this because I can. And he was the head recruiting crisis. I don't want to lose that manpower. I can keep that. I can afford that. So there was a politician. So the way DC worked for decades, and even works to a certain degree today, although much more before, was DC was pretty much had basically very little to no home rule. There wasn't even like an official mayor position. It was just kind of directly ruled over by Congress. And this was true in the 60s when they were formulating these highways in the DC Metro and whatnot. And probably the single most influential politician, congressman in DC was a man by the name of William Nasher. He was a House rep from Kentucky. I don't remember where in Kentucky, but somewhere over here. Which Kentucky's a fine state, all things considered. But he was the head of the... Let's build a thing there. the House Appropriations Committee on DC, basically controlling any sort of finance that would go towards that city, go towards the district. And, you know, during the 60s, you had the highway people formulating their various highway plans for the Inner Beltway and the Three Sisters Bridge and the Northwest Freeway, and all those highway plans. And then you had the transit people, the National Capital Transit Agency, and later WMATA, which is the Washington Metropolitan Transit Authority, which is what we still have today. They were formulating their various metro plans for the city in conjunction with people in Virginia and Maryland, because, the idea behind the DC Metro was it wasn't just going to be a sort of DC subway, strictly speaking. You would have lines out into the suburbs, and, you would have development around those stations, and you'd be able to bring people into... the district, basically. So the transit people in Virginia, the district in Maryland, they formulated their plan, and they had already got congressional approval for a lot of it. They approved a system within DC, and then in conjunction with that, the Virginia and the Maryland people also approved their segments of the district, so you would have a very good, very well-designed and thorough metro system. Now, back to William Nasher, because he was the head of the Appropriations Committee for DC in Congress. Basically, as I said, nothing in DC could really be approved without basically him signing off. William Nasher was a big highway advocate, not necessarily because, not necessarily because, he was, pro-highway versus pro-rail. The impression that I got is he really didn't give a shit either way. But simply because all the highway people in and around DC were pretty influential, and he needed their support because back in Kentucky, his House district depended on siphoning basically millions of dollars worth of federal funds towards his district. It's kind of a I scratch your back, I scratch yours. If Nasher helped, with the highway plan, all those people in Congress, all those people would help basically him lobby for federal dollars going towards his district back in Kentucky. So he effectively, he effectively blackmailed the state of basically the district into, oops, that was my water. Because he was the head of the Appropriations Committee, he basically got to control and formulate the budget. And until these various highway projects, these various highway projects in and around the district, a lot of district residents, in fact, a lot of people in Maryland and Northern Virginia, didn't want these. They said, no, we don't want these highways. But because DC had no home rule at the time, they couldn't do anything about it. And I'm going to slow down the game while I explain this, because it's all quite interesting. Basically, Nasher really didn't care because he needed his highway so he could get his money back in Kentucky. So effectively, the DC Department of Highways was kind of iffy. The people in the district sure as hell didn't want these highways. And as a result, he basically decided to blackmail the district and basically blackmail the rest of Congress, basically, into withholding federal funds for the DC Metro, withholding the money for the DC Metro until his the various highways that he wanted in and around the district were approved. And he kept moving the goalposts, like, okay, they just need to be funded, okay, they need to, have contractors, okay, these things actually need to start construction before, he would release any sort of federal funds to even begin construction of the Metro. And eventually, this went on for 5 fucking years, 1967 to 1972. And the DC Metro was, barely hanging on at the time, because they hadn't actually built anything yet. They were still they had their plan, but they couldn't do anything because they didn't have the money. And it eventually Congress basically ended up getting sick of his shit. So there was a House rep he was from Connecticut. He was from New Haven. I forget his name. But he was number 2 on the Appropriations Committee for DC. And at the same time, he was very upset about, he basically got fed up with Nasher and his shit. At the same time, the Nixon administration started getting fed up with Nasher and his shit, because Nixon was actually, at least initially, was, really didn't care about Metro, but the more they spent, the Nixon administration, went on, they actually became big supporters of the system. So they got fed up. The people in Virginia, the congressmen from Maryland and Virginia who had approved their parts of the system and who had approved the money for their parts of the system, were fed up, because you can't build the branches if you don't have the center part of the system, which is what they were trying to build. This money was going towards. So they effectively organized this, what I can only call a coup in the House, where they effectively overruled Nasher in any sort of attempt to continue to withhold federal funds until his highways were built. It ended up in this weird scenario where Nasher was a Southern Democrat, right, from Kentucky. It ended up in sort of this weird scenario where it wasn't entirely along party lines, but it was sort of close, where, interestingly enough, the Nixon administration, which was Republican, and a lot of the Democrats ended up voting to overrule Nasher, while the Republicans decided to side with Nasher. So it was very weird, where the people leading this were the exact opposite of a lot of the people supporting them in Congress. But eventually he was overruled. Eventually all of his various highway projects that he helped push eventually never ended up getting built. But that's what I've been reading about. It's kind of an interesting chapter in the history of the district. But anyways, enough about Washington, D.C. I think we should go to war, eh? I can run my mouth about the D.C. Metro all day, and I've done so on many different occasions, but I think we should go to war. So, they're still on Tech 4, which is nice. I think I might want to save in order to get Tech 5 next. Before I do that, let me take a nice sip of water and then check my phone, because I need to see, what exactly I was texted. Water. Okay. I also find it funny that we've re-elected Patrick Henry like so many damn times, but because we keep getting modifiers for Republican tradition, it just keeps up. I haven't texted something. Oh well, it's just a group chat. Group chat with friends. Okay. I should also probably like... Oh, there we go. Put it on vibrate, just in case. Yeah, that's what I've been reading about. About halfway through the book. I think the last half of the book is just... like the last 1/3 of the book is just notes and citations, which is interesting, but very good read so far. I actually got it from my school library. I don't even technically own the book, but it's quite interesting, because in an era where the United States was kind of obsessed with the car and building highways everywhere, the DC was like, yeah, screw that, we're gonna build a metro. A fairly decent metro too, even today. Probably one of the best in the country. Atlanta tried the same thing with MARTA, which is budget DC Metro, but they also decided to build highways through their city. If you've ever driven through I-75 through Atlanta, you know exactly what the fuck I'm on about. Okay, let's go ahead and save the game. And let's go to war. Let's take Montgomery County. Do I have any aggressive expansion? Nope, none at all. Okay. Might take a few wars in order to actually form Chesapeake, but oh well. Pennsylvania, yeah, call Pennsylvania in. Alright, does Montgomery County have a fort? No, it does not. Okay. Yearly Army and Naval tradition, and maybe not right now. We are going to be out-navied very quickly. Oh well. New York does have I actually do have to focus, because New York has a fuck ton of troops that I am slightly intimidated by. But luckily, we do have, We are taking over. We do have our main war goal, which is nice. Oh, conquest of Ardril. Or Ardril County? Oh, I accidentally changed the shit. Okay, let's reload. This is a bit of a risky war. But okay. In that case, what I might do is on Ardril County, it's a fort. So if I just go ahead, Pennsylvania, and just walk to Ardril County, that's where Annapolis is. Annapolis is a pretty nice city, all things considered. It is a fairly decently large fort too. Could I go ahead and use my ships to blockade? I am going to slow down. Hopefully Pennsylvania isn't like an idiot and they do pretty well. But yeah. Guess who, motherfucker? Average! Hello, welcome in. We're playing some Europa Universalis. Also ads. Yes, ads, but also emotes and redeems. So I now have emotes which I think are free to use. And then I have redeems, so if you want to blare the fucking pan in my face, you can. But hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yes, yes. We're playing EU4 as the Superstates mod, which adds North America and all the states to the game. All but one are free. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing pretty well today. I didn't do much today. I have been very busy for the past few weeks, and I have decided that I just kind of wanted to take it slow today. So I worked on my model trains, and I cleaned my room, and I took a nap, and now I'm playing EU4 with the Superstates mod with my great home state of Virginia. Oh, by the way, Alabama is dead. So you've been divided between Georgia and Florida with the not the worst borders I've ever seen, but they're still pretty awful. Uh, we're in a very risky war against Maryland and New York. My people, yeah, I actually rivaled Alabama initially. They rivaled me, so I rivaled them back, and then they died. But we will go and liberate Alabama within, I don't know, a certain amount of time. Probably should have got another ally. Massachusetts. Should I ally with you? No. Okay. We'll see how this goes, and if this war doesn't go well, I'm going to see if I can get some more allies up here. Like Ontario or Quebec or somebody. Now what will the Leonard Skinner song be renamed to? Georgia, Florida. Uh, that's what it will be renamed to. Okay. 28% siege. I am trying to win this war. But yeah, I've been talking about all of the weirdly interesting facets of my great Commonwealth of Virginia, and also the chicanery that is Washington D.C. But because you know, when no one's here, I have nothing to talk about, so I'm just thinking, you know what? Maybe I could talk about the DC Metro. I No, okay, they're going to die. Okay, let me actually reload this and see if I can ally with like Quebec or Massachusetts. And then because this is a hard war. Oh my gosh. They've scumming, I know. Who has a bigger army? If I go into the ledger and look up armies. If I go, Quebec has 23,000 men. Oh, Quebec is also currently at war. If I declare war, no, they wouldn't join in. Would Delaware? Who's New York allied to? Connecticut, Maryland, and New Jersey. No, only Pennsylvania would join in. Okay, let's try a different strategy, right? Let's go ahead. You're allied with Pennsylvania. Kentucky, you're allied with like 10,000 different people. Although Georgia and Pennsylvania would both join in. If I declare war on North Carolina, right? Only Illinois would join in. I don't want to fight that. Delaware? No. If I declare war on Maryland, right, and I bring in Pennsylvania. And try that again. But what if I just be, like, super aggressive, right? What if I decide to be super aggressive and just immediately go and try and murder Maryland? Like their army. Pennsylvania is already doing that for me. Okay, yay! Are there any interesting, like, weird facts about Alabama you want to share? Because, I've been to Alabama a couple of times, actually. Yeah, we will... Did Pennsylvania's army immediately get wiped? Ugh. You can invest in a new technology. Yes, I can. Let's see. We seem to have more cats than humans where I live. Okay, and? I don't see that as a bad thing. Oh, no. It looks like I am engaged for this battle. But, looks like we are going to win. Actually, pretty handily. Did I stack wipe those guys? I think I did. And these guys don't have a general. Overpopulation be fun. Yeah, I've been to Huntsville, and I think I've been to Birmingham once. The only two places in Alabama that I've been. I went to space camp, so that's why I was in Huntsville. But, if I just run around just wiping out these small stacks, like... Like, hello, 1K... 1K guys, and, that's not worth it. You're not even sieging anything out. I, like, go in and harass these guys? Yeah, I can. Oh, nope, wait. Oh, no, I'm going to die. No. The Virginia Navy. Did I just retreat back into Hampton Roads? Yeah. Baltimore has been occupied. I want to... What are the provinces that I need? Okay, I don't need Frederick or Washington counties. Okay, so that's actually useful. This one is going a lot better than it was previously. Turns out just being hyper-aggressive in your campaigns actually does work. So, yay. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of people. I'm gonna wait for that New York army to move away before I strike in and just get rid of these Marylanders. You've been trapped in Pittsburgh. I heard birds are hyper-aggressive. Well, birds are probably hyper-aggressive, but if you're just hyper-aggressive as your army, turns out you win. Because before, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to carefully siege out these provinces in order to get the war score. And then the combined weight of Maryland and Pennsylvania just came down on me. Let me go ahead. I don't know why New York is really insistent on sieging out Philadelphia with an army with no general. I just burned people alive with critical fire. I mean, yeah, that's good too. That Greek fire, though. Okay. Let's siege out Cecil County. Elkton. I've been over here, right? Yeah, I have. There's the big Chesapeake Bay Bridge over here, which is only the second scariest bridge across the Chesapeake Bay, because the first is down here between Norfolk and the Eastern Shore. That's like a 20-mile bridge, and it's like 1/4 underground too. So oh, hello. Pennsylvania is going to siege out on Ardril for me. The redeemed. Okay, I can now invest in a new idea. Well, yeah, I can, but I'd rather take the mill tech, to be honest. 21k guys there. That is slightly scary. I'm just gonna hang out in Frederick County for now. So yeah, if you haven't noticed the redeems, so I now have redeems. If you have any like funny sound redeem recommendations, go ahead and just, you know, go ahead and you know, tell them to me, because I will add them. So TF2 Pan. TF2 Pan is already there, so you don't have to worry about that one. TF2 Pan is indeed already one of the redeems. Pyro Flog Taunt, that would be nice. Yeah. Okay, this is going a lot better this time around. I guess I can just go up here and begin to harass New York, as you do. But go to Sullivan. Hey, nice. Setting that off during a TF2 stream would be funny. Okay, did you know that there's no limit to how long an audio file can be for a TF2 like kill sound? So I don't know who said this. It might have been you, it might have been someone during the stream. I don't remember. But the basic idea, right, was you would get a sound effect that's like an hour long, where it just plays random spy decloak sound effects at will. I've missed most of your TF2 streams, probably not me. Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure. But it's like, get like an hour-long kill sound effect, where it's just the spy decloak at random intervals. So you killed some fucking engineer like 38 minutes ago, and then there's the kill sound just has a spy decloak, and you turn around. I feel like that would be pretty funny. This now our top priority, sure. Oh my gosh, they've gotten smart. Look. They've actually gotten slightly intelligent and have decided to... nope, 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 nope. I'm going to die. Or am I? Come on, state of Pennsylvania. Come on, Pennsylvania. 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 Yes! A, I know I could trust Pennsylvania. A, let's go. Let's go. Siege ability or fort defense? Let's do siege ability. New York is at medium because we have Buffalo sieged out, which is pretty funny. I'm not going to try and siege out Manhattan. I just want New York to wipe peace. Forget that one was a slur. What was a slur? I don't remember. I knew I could trust the state of Pennsylvania, yes. Alright. Something I sent? Okay. Like on Discord, or... I don't know. Oh well. Our truce with Indiana has expired. Okay, I have 0 manpower. In here? Okay. Oh. Okay. I peace out. Can I take anything from New York? No. I think I'm just gonna peace out New York for now. I don't want to bother fighting them. So the grand prize is, of course, we are going to split Maryland in two. Can I take all of this? I could actually take all the provinces that I need, and it wouldn't give me that big of a coalition. Only Delaware and only Maryland. And, I get, like, a bunch of money, too. Could I also break your alliance with New York? Yes, I can. I could get a 100% war score. Oh, that's actually very, very nice. So we're going to take all the provinces that I need, with the exception of Delaware, because I don't need Delaware. Well, I need Delaware, but not right now. And then break their alliance with New York and get some ducats. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright. There we go. Our corruption is growing. Yes, it is. Because... oh gosh, now we have... we need 11,000 men. We spent so much manpower during that war. Oh my gosh. But we do have... did we capture any ships? No, but some ships were sunk. Actually, no, we did capture one ship. So... send dudes! Yeah, we do need... please send dudes. Chesapeake Trade Fleet, yes. And then the other one is the War Fleet, and you can go back to Hampton Roads. So, there you go. And... immediately, I'm gonna have you go allies, outrage countries. Maryland is no longer a valid rival for Virginia because they are literally two provinces. And Ohio is now my new rival. Okay. Can I issue an embargo? Yes, I can. And then Maryland, there's no real reason to have an embargo with you anymore because you're two provinces of currently dubious value. Although Frederick and Washington County, Frederick County is quite nice, I will say. And so is Washington County, even though Washington County is like... I don't know why this is entirely called Washington County when Washington County is just like this, but oh well. I'm in a fight. I need more men. Quite. Church actions. Or... I might... yeah, we'll take that. We can do militarize religious icons, when we get into, like, a big fuck-all war. What forts do we have? We have a decent number of forts, which is nice. Do we not have a fort in our capital? We need to build a fort in our capital. Alright. Yeah, we're building a fort in our capital, so that's nice. Lose 1 prestige. 5 Republican. What's our inflation like? 4%. That would be okay, yeah. The many interests of Patrick Henry. A ruler must strive to understand the physical world. Sounds better than real America right now. Listen, it's only at 4%. Well, now 3%, but only. Lots of on-the-nose jokes today from viewers, but oh well. Sure. You can seize land. Yes, I can. I don't want to seize land right now, but I can do it. North American... offensive... yeah, okay. And now we can get... honorable people, huh. All excess prestige will be converted into each type of monarch power. Okay, that gives us a reason to get prestige now. Let's see, what... defensive morale... man-at-arms... I like going on offense, so I will take the offensive guys. Keep keep our guy. How old is he? He's 69. Well, okay. Nice. New York has announced their rival as Virginia. Yes, that is us. We need to continue to build up our fleet. So, we'll continue to do that. How much money are we making? We're making 5 ducats a month. Huh. We can build our army up more, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something we can really do right now. We'll continue to build up our war fleet. My dad will be 69 this year. I think my dad is like 57 this year. His birthday was a couple of weeks ago, so we can actually get an advisor, which is nice. Port defense, reinforced strength, trade efficiency, diplo rep. Missionary strength, we don't need that. Let's see. Let me fire that guy, because I would want to get a +1 advisor, because that's really all we can afford right now. I'd want it to be military, because we have the ideas that we need to focus on getting. Land maintenance modifier, sure. Actually, if I get like a morale of armies guy, that would be kind of nice. I've been pinged. Just my friend Jack. Discipline, okay, that's nice. Trade favors from ducats. Sure. Okay, I could get multiple of these guys, so I'll get the trade efficiency guy too. I think we have 70% of the Virginia node. I probably shouldn't hold my cup of water over the over that, lest I accidentally spill it. We have one in Appalachia. We have one in Atlanta. I don't really see any need for now to move any of that. Oh yeah, can we get... let's see. There's one that adds, like... No, we cannot. Naval tradition of at least 30. Okay, we do not have that. We have no... Because normally you have clergy, you have burghers, and then you have the nobility, but because we're a republic, there is no nobility estate. Nobility is like the military estate, but because we're a republic, or a commonwealth. Alright. Alright, we are slowly coring these provinces. Delaware. Delaware is the last people that I need. You're allied with Rhode Island. I see. I was in Rhode Island 1 week ago. I can confirm that Rhode Island is in fact a real state. Rhode Island is very weird because there's like 3 places in the entirety of Rhode Island. There's Providence, there's the suburbs surrounding Providence, there's, I guess, Warwick, Rhode Island, which is like where the university is, and then there's like these touristy islands down here. And there's nothing else in the entire state. It's actually quite rural in a lot of places, which is interesting. Do I want to lose stability? No, I'll lose the Republican tradition. Our Republican tradition is going down into the toilet, but I don't want to lose stability. Stability is very good. Frequency of elections. Let's see. Let's see. Average monarch lifespan. Yearly corruption. Length of election term. Frequent elections. Consolidation of power. Sure, we'll go with that. Because absolutism and length of election term. We can select the naval doctrine. Yes, we can. Ship trade power, galley combat ability. I typically go with galley combat ability because it's nice. Which does mean we need to build more galleys, but oh well. We can build more galleys. We can build 8 galleys. There we go. Oh yeah. Let's see. I think for now we're just gonna go ahead and wait. There's not really much that we can really do right now. Has Renaissance spawned? Yes, it has. Which is nice. Crater Henry. Lose 5 prestige, lose 10 prestige. I'll lose the 10 prestige because I don't want to rehire a guy because that costs ducats and we can get the prestige back eventually. Yeah, so okay, Renaissance has actually spawned, and Massachusetts has already embraced it. So I think what I'm going to do is, do we have a encourage development edict? Yes, we do. Okay. What random Virginia city do we want to develop the fuck out of? Newport News? Or Newport News? I've been to Newport News before. I have a friend that goes to school down there. But yeah, let's start deving Newport News. So we can potentially get the Renaissance. Well, I don't think that did anything, but that 9%. What is it at now? 14%? Oh, that is going slow. Our advisor has died. Well, a lot of these provinces, like in Baltimore, it's already at 38%. So maybe we should have held off. I finished the Fonks launcher. The Fonks is yet to be received. You're not launching me. I'm sorry. I do not volunteer myself for this wicked experiment. Okay, we have an election. Do you want the military candidate, the diplomatic candidate? You won't fit. It's for normal foxes. Okay, thank God. I still don't like it, but oh well. Let's see. Right now? Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, eventually we are going to get, in a couple of years, I do want to shift my national focus to military. So that will help things out. But I don't want to stack everything on military. Although, if we do it on military, that does mean that we will complete this idea relatively quickly. I do want to do, because it gives you discipline plus 5, which is very nice. Walter Henry. I guess we'll continue with having people named last name Henry as our ruler. So yeah, I'll go with the military guy. That does mean that our general, our really good general, is no longer there. But Walter Henry is actually not as good, but he's still decently good. Our next war will be against the tyrannical state of Delaware. Delaware should not exist. But yet it does. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, if you wanted to hear, I'll just go ahead and demonstrate 2,000 bandanas. If you want to hear the pan sound effect, there you go. For 200 bandanas. Previously chipper coins, but the person who made that piece of art, I have had a big falling out with. So I no longer use that person's art. So also I've rebranded away from that. Although Chipper is not there anymore. He has been somewhat retired, but you can still find him in the Discord, which is nice. Do I demand Delaware? I do not demand Delaware. Let me demand a Delaware. There we go. I've demanded Delaware. Hegemons. California is number 2nd. Ottomans number 3rd. England, France, Poland. Yeah, no Muscovy. I wonder what the heck is going on. Because it's a general rule of EU4, not always, but a lot of the time. When you play outside of Europe, when you play in Europe, like even when you play outside of like whatever the player directly affects. Europe is generally boring when you play in it. But when you play outside of Europe, that's when all the weird shit happens. Like France losing 3 wars in a row and it just doesn't exist. I don't see Muscovy blowing up. That's pretty average. They might win. I don't see Austria or Hungary on there. California is more powerful than the Ottomans, which is, I guess, makes sense due to the sheer amount of development they have. But, California's gonna be scary. California in real life is scary for a completely other reason, but in this game... I can seize land. I kind of don't want to seize land. I am losing money, though. Might cut back on my army maintenance. Or we could keep it up. What's our primary... I could just fire an advisor to help me with that. Take over Schenectady to piss off my friend. Don't worry, I have a friend in Schenectady too, who I will... Well, not Schenectady, near Schenectady, that I will promptly piss off. Listen, I've been to war with New York once. Eventually, because I'd have to take over Albany, Schenectady, Albany, and Troy. And, like, Saratoga Springs, and, like, 5 other places up there. I've never actually been to Albany, I don't think. The closest I've gotten is Poughkeepsie. I've been to Poughkeepsie. So, I was in Poughkeepsie for, like, 20 minutes. Because me and my friend decided to ride the Metro-North Hudson line from Grand Central up to Poughkeepsie, and then we immediately got back on a train and went south. Too few seats in the General Assembly. I see. Well, all of that is now a core, which is nice. So, who shall we give seats to in the General Assembly? We'll give Washington, well, yeah, we'll just give Washington for now. All of these provinces are actually quite good in terms of development, and I do want to... Do I want to demote West Virginia and get Marylander? Schenectady? Schenectady? Oh yeah, there's no... Okay. North Virginian. West Virginian? The ideal thing to do, because North Virginia culture is just these 3 provinces. Alexandria, Spotsylvania, and Frederick. Which... Marylander does have a lot more. The only really big province is Alexandria. Do I want to demote this? North Virginian, and then promote Marylander. It will increase separatism in Northern Virginia, although based on what I'm seeing, there are no Northern Virginia separatists who are actually willing to do anything, so I guess that's nice. All of these are cores? Yes, they are. Okay. Connecticut is no longer a valid rival for Virginia. I see. New York and Ohio. Who should I rival now? I feel like North Carolina is probably the next person, or maybe Kentucky, or Tennessee. Because after we form Chesapeake, I'm going to start to strike down south. And North Carolina is like... Tennessee allied with 1 trillion people. Georgia and Pennsylvania, they're allied with who I'm allied with. Sure, I'll rival North Carolina. No diplomats to send. Let's see. Improve relations with allies, yeah. For outraged countries. There's no allies that we can... Really? Nobody? There's no one who's that pissed off at us? Okay. Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Pennsylvania. I still have an alliance with Kentucky? No, but I have military access with them that I absolutely forgot to cancel. Connecticut. Yeah, I'll revoke the embargo. I do need... allied with Rhode Island, guaranteed by New Jersey. New Jersey is actually someone that I could, in theory, be friends with, but are they... They're allied with New York. Oh, come on. I think when I did my New York playthrough just by myself, that was the first war I had against New Jersey. Military is recovering rather quickly, which is nice. Set that to allies just in case. We do have... Oh yeah, we are making money again. Oh yeah, I also want to continue to exercise those guys. I at least like to keep an income of at least around 2. Especially this early in the game, because money is actually quite useful to have. I mean, just in general, in real life, but, oh well. Rebel in 9 years, 2 years, 3 years. Mokite Separatists. I've never heard of that demonym before, for people from Montgomery County. Church actions can be selected. Yeah, well, we'll do that, and then we'll use that money to build that. I am quite happy. Oh, come on, lose 1 stability. It's like the government reform progress hit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Alexandria. Well, Alexandria is a natural harbor. In this era, it actually, not so much nowadays, but, in this era, the colonial era, Alexandria was one of the biggest ports on the, in the eastern seaboard. Rivaling, like, Baltimore and New York and Boston and stuff like that. It was, even Norfolk and Newport News. Wasn't quite as big as those places, but it was still decently important. It gave those places a run for its money. But, run for their money? And then, you know, but as ships got larger, simply because it's so far up the Potomac River, it just waned and waned. And there was a whole bunch of attempts to, like, try and keep it relevant. Probably the most infamous was the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal, which, you know, we're gonna build a canal from the Potomac River to the Ohio River, and it only got as far as Cumberland because the B&O Railroad was a thing, and basically made it not obsolete, but mostly irrelevant. And then you had, you know, all the various attempts and fits and starts with building a railroad westward from Alexandria. They only got as far as Western Loudon. And now Alexandria is mostly just known as a place where that's where you go if you want to be in DC, but you don't actually want to be in DC. Hey, Alexandria is actually quite nice. It's actually quite a nice city, all things considered. Districtor Separatists. So it's called, the province in this, the country in this game is called Columbia, but use the demonym Districtor, not Columbian. Well, I guess Columbian is already a thing for, like, British Columbia and the tag of Columbia, but for British Columbian? I'll actually be going to DC in a little over a week. Ooh, for what for? I live close to DC, so that's kind of neat. Ceremony disputed, far from ideal. DC, there are parts of DC that are very nice. The National Mall and the immediate area surrounding the government is actually quite nice. Alexandria, even though it's not in DC, it's quite nice. Just a trip. Nice. I hope you will ride our very great metro system, because it is very nice. I can hop on a metro train and be in DC in an hour. So that's nice. I was rambling my mouth about the metro earlier in the stream before you showed up, so kind of the history of it, because I've been reading a book about the history of the DC Metro, so. Just seeing the Capitol building, yeah, sadly. Just the Capitol building? I mean, the Capitol building's pretty nice, but I don't think I've ever actually been to the Capitol building itself. Actually, no, I have. I have been there. Because down the National, right in front of the National Mall. I've walked up to the Capitol building, but I've never been, like, on the grounds or inside the Capitol building, is what I should say. Maybe the White House, if we're lucky. There's so much more to see in DC than those two things. 1,000 museums, most of them are free, too, so... Alright, I want to embrace Renaissance. So, what I think... Offensive edicts. Yeah, we might see one, who knows. Let's continue to... Renaissance has appeared in Baltimore. Excellent. And now, I can change, because it has appeared, I can go ahead and change this edict to institution spread. And same here. And now we just need to save up a fuck ton of money to embrace it, which is nice. Yeah, the Natural History Museum is very good. That was the one that I was recently in. By recent, I mean like a year ago. I've been meaning to just take a day off someday and just go into DC for just a trip where I just go see the American History Museum, right? That's been something I've been meaning to do. The Air and Space Museum is rather cool. The Air and Space Museum in DC is undergoing a lot of restoration. It's a bit further out, but you can get there by metro. The one by Dulles Airport, the Udvar-Hazy one, is the one to go to. And I live very close to that. So. Advisor costs, production efficiency, culture conversion cost. Monthly autonomy change. Production efficiency. I don't know if we're going to be going to war all that much over the next couple of years. Burgers, culture conversion cost. Do I really need any of these right now? It'd be nice to have? We'll increase base production by 1 in 1 province. Production efficiency over the next 10 years. Advisor costs, monthly autonomy change. That might be nice to have. There we go. Also reform progress growth, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, there have been cases where, like, people have, I've had friends that have come to DC. I had a friend from New York. She came down with another friend to specifically see the Udvar-Hazy Museum, and I took them on a tour, and it was excellent. But that was fun. I never want to live in a city, but they're fun to explore. I never want to live in a suburb either, for what it's worth. But oh well. If I declare war on Delaware, New Jersey would not join in. Neither would Rhode Island. I have no casus belli on Delaware. Unfortunate. So we're going to wipe out Delaware. So that's going to be nice. Maybe not right now. We will wait a little bit before we wipe Delaware off the face of the earth. What's our aggressive expansion like? 30%. In that case, I might want to... Well, Pennsylvania is our ally. In that case, I might want to go ahead and just start improving relations with various people. Like, Delaware, I can improve relations with. Pennsylvania is my ally, of course, so I don't think they would... New York's my rival, so that's a fucking lost cause. Ohio... They're also my rival. Outrage countries. So Delaware. Delaware and North Carolina. Well, Delaware has embraced Renaissance. In that case, I will actually go ahead and improve relations with New Jersey because, well, I need to make up my damn mind. Okay, there we go. Well, I won't even use the thing. I'll just do it manually. 50 administrative power, stability cost modifier. That would be nice, but I'm gonna go with that for now. We can actually focus more military power, which is nice. Oh, come on, lose one stability. Ugh. Did I boost my stability again? Yeah, there we go. I generally like to keep stability as high as I possibly can, because it's just useful. Sure. Let's see. That ship is almost done. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take out Delaware real quick. So, you go to the Eastern Shore. Or just Delmarva now, because the Eastern Shore is only Accomack and Northampton, but... Yeah, this one weird exclave that we as a state have over here, because in the 1600s, Protestants settled over here, and Virginia wanted those Protestants, and Maryland, which was the Catholic colony, also wanted this area, but didn't want those Protestants there, and so the Crown just said, fuck it, we're gonna make it keep it a part of Virginia, because we don't want religious conflict over here, even if it results in a very weird sort of exclave. Accomack and Northampton, I think they're the two most porous counties in the state. Maryland are separatists, I see. They've occupied Baltimore. That sucks. I'll take that. I'll take my idea. Alright. Let's see. Would New Jersey still not join? No, they wouldn't. Rhode Island would, but they're Rhode Island, so alright. You know, guarantees don't mean shit if the people with the guarantees don't actually, you know, work. You don't follow through on them. What the hell is going on out here? California, I see. Sonora has taken over Baja California Sur, even though it's not entirely connected. They also have this one province in... They have Deming, New Mexico, which... Okay, New Mexico does not exist. Oh, yes, they do. They're in Alamogordo, so... I do not envy them in the slightest. Utah does not exist. No, Utah has been wiped out. You know, with the exception of me and, like, Alabama being wiped out, it's been relatively peaceful over here in the eastern half of the U.S. One thing I always like to do, and I don't have it up, but devastation, just to show you where the wars are sometimes. Although, yeah, a lot of it's over here. Alright, Delaware. New Jersey would join in, no. Thank God the Mormons are gone. They're still there, just not the state. Alright. Let's see. Can I, like, get my ship, and then... Fuck. Don't worry, don't worry. We will eventually take care of the Mormons in, like, 100 years when we expand out there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead. Well, this does mean I do get to extract ducats from New Jersey, so... I can always call them Pennsylvania if I really need to, but I don't, like, fully expect it. Immediately there is a battle. I caught the New Jerseyites off guard or something along those lines. Once I fully siege out Delaware, that's when I will bring in New Jersey, no. Actually, I probably should just bring in Pennsylvania. Yeah, because there are a lot of, that's not my siege guy. I can't actually just go down here. No, I can't. I probably should just get my siege guy and just go to Kent. Or actually, I sent you the Fonks cannon. I will see the Fonks cannon. Okay, yeah, New Jersey is just going to fuck around down there. While I, slowly just separate out my cavalry. You go back up to Newcastle so the dastardly Pennsylvaniites don't have to, teach that out for me. I can't actually order a naval barrage, which would actually be rather helpful. There's a lot, though. We will see. Well, we're actually sieging this out relatively quickly, too, which is very, very nice. If I can get a whole bunch of ducats out of Pennsylvania, or New Jersey, I will be happy, because that means that I can eventually go ahead and I can embrace the Renaissance. So, that's nice. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and separate out these guys and send you down to Sussex County. I've never been, well, I've been through Delaware, through this northern half of Delaware where I-95 runs, but I've never actually, like, screwed around in the actual state of Delaware itself. I think I'm just going to, no. Oh, and it looks like Pennsylvania might actually be going down to Virginia to help me with, defeating these guys, so. That will be nice. Are you still allied with New York? No, you are not. That is actually quite useful. I heard I heard Delaware is statistically the most racist state. That is, no, our siege guy died. That would be hilarious if true. Big if true, big if true. Oh, thank you, Pennsylvania, for helping wipe out these guys. But what does Joe Biden have to say about racist stuff? The Fonks cannon. Oh my gosh. The Minecraft Fonks. They had the highest average of racist social media posts. Interesting. Siege of Henrico is over. Well, they have my capital, which sucks, but I feel like it would be an interesting mechanic in this game where, say your capital gets occupied, say your capital flees to I guess another place. Like there's a mechanic where there would be your capital would flee to say the most developed province or the second most developed province. You know, that's like contiguously connected. And if that gets sieged out too, you get like a massive you keep getting bigger and bigger like war exhaustion hits, and then eventually you start getting like stability hits, stuff like that. I feel like that would be quite interesting to have as a mechanic. It really wouldn't do much, I don't think, but it would maybe it would encourage people to, you know, protect their capital more. Alright, Delaware does not exist. So, we have sieged out Delaware, which is nice. We are going to go into the Chesapeake. And, actually, I have a question. Would taking Delaware, how big of a coalition would that get me? Just Maryland? Well, that's fine. Let's see. We need only 400 ducats to embrace the Renaissance, which is, yeah. Underneath my desk is a fucking mess of wires, and I'm trying to find a place where I can put my foot where I don't, you know, maybe yank it. Convince them that we can afford it. Yeah, I'm not risking all those negative modifiers just to get one Republican tradition. To lose like 20 ducats. Cecil County. No. Let's see. Don't shock yourself on stream. There have been cases where I've been in like a voice call with people, and I have accidentally turned off my computer. Will this turn out well? Yes, it will. Turn out well, because, yeah, we have the, I somehow won that. Probably wasn't worth it, but... The whole upper half of New Jersey is being sieged out. What if I just give Pennsylvania, like, one province? Or, hey, New Jersey. Well, I want all their money. Which I can take all of their money. And then... 4 reps. Well, Delaware won't exist after this. You know what? I think I'll just piece them out like that. Which means that there are only 4K Delawareans down there. And, now I just go up and harass Rhode Island. So... that's fun. Never shocked myself on stream, though, so... Gain 5 Republican tradition, lose 2 corruption, versus lose 1 stability. What would that even... We can get a thing. A modifier. Justified wars, aggressive expansion impact. That would be quite nice. Considering how much warring we're doing. I need to replace the MC Funks with a screaming one. Just go start, like, looking through, you could probably just go, like, on Google and find one, but I was gonna say, start looking through, like, I don't know, like, Save a Fox videos or something. More guys. Well. Rhode Island, please. I'll just go through post foxes. Yes. Let's see. Come on. I cannot take the entirety of Delaware. Mighty unfortunate. I'd also want to take all of Rhode Island's money. I bet you Rhode Island has a lot of money. Nope, only 75 ducats. I don't know if that's worth it. Well, I guess I might actually have to go to them anyways, just because... Go to them anyways, because, Where is my navy? Is it in the Sound over here? Is that where I have to go in order to cross? Yeah. Oh, I can just walk over into Rhode Island. Alrighty. Hey, let's go. New Jersey, I don't need that massive spy network. I probably should have a big spy network in Rhode Island. We need to see what those dastardly Rhode Islanders are coming up to. I'm coming after you, Ellis. Like the one person from Rhode Island that I know. Buy trading cards. Okay. I guess I just keep spamming this just for the ducats, because it's useful. Baltimore, 25. Okay. Typically, I only really do this if it's over 20. But, 100% spy network in Delaware. Well, obviously, I occupy the place. Could I... Why can't I... Can I not move anywhere? I can move there. Oh, it's a fort? It's a massive fort. Do I really feel like doing this? Are Providence and... No, because the movement's being blocked. If I just get mill access through, like, Connecticut, right? No, that's a fort too. Why is Rhode Island just one big fort? This sucks. Yes, I will go out over there to help with that. Actually, if they unsiege that, that would be okay. No, Delaware, I'm not piecing out. I want your entire country. I want you to not exist. We have so much. 10,000 men again. All of these wars are killing me. Oh my gosh. Rhode Island has reoccupied New Shoreham. Yeah. There's pirates.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Yes, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Yes, we are Joe Bidening all over the place. Hello? Okay. Fucking Rhode Island, eh? Look, there are pirates. There are pirates. Look at them. Massachusetts and New Jersey pirates. Tony Soprano is on a boat. Oh well. I will form Chesapeake, and then I will also... Do I? Well, yeah, after this, I will have all the provinces to form Chesapeake, and then I might just go after Maryland, because I have, like, 4K guys. Come on. Hey! Okay. I can annex Delaware. Yes! Go back to Henrico. Delaware is no more. The world has been saved. You can sell titles. Summon a diet. Yeah, I don't feel like doing any of that. I might as well continue to take over. Do a spy network. Outrage countries. All of them. You can invest in a new idea. Yes, I can. Cavalry combat ability. I will invest in that. And that also gives us the first idea, which is, first of our ideas, which is Appomattox Courthouse. Plus 20% improved relations, which is very, very good. Especially when we're trying to calm all the other people that our aggressive expansion is, not that much to worry about, but... So... Connecticut has declared war on Rhode Island. Well, Rhode Island is going to die, so... Oh well. And that also means that we have 29 ships in total. We actually captured a couple of ships from Rhode Island, which is nice. We're gonna call this now the chess. Every time I Chesapeake Trade Fleet. TF stands for Trade Fleet, but I can't fit it all the way there. That does actually mean that we do have a guy in New York now. I will transfer my guy over here because we do actually own some... We don't have anything in the Atlanta trade node, but we do have some stuff in the New York trade node because we have the Delaware estuary, so that's nice. Still don't know what the hell is going on. Muscovy, okay, Muscovy isn't actually dead. Look, they're number 8. Number 8 great power, so Muscovy has actually survived in some way. Austria is number 7 great power. They probably have taken over Hungary, if I were to guess. Castile, that's normal. Poland, that's normal. Ottomans, that's normal. France, yeah. Nothing crazy going on in Europe so far. Well, the Ottomans are being knocked down a whole bunch. France being number 3 is slightly interesting. Maybe they've taken over all of Burgundy. Who knows? That is one of the outcomes of that event when the King of Burgundy dies. France can just take the whole fucking thing over. Normally it ends up being split, but oh well. Let's see. Need 7,000 men. I am not going to go to war for another few years until my truce with Maryland is over, and then I can basically declare war the moment they come back and finish them off. So let's see. More church power. You can embrace an institution. We can embrace Renaissance. There we go. Hey, expensive edicts. I don't need these anymore because I've embraced the institution. North Carolina is no longer a valid rival. Who wants knowledge sharing? The unenlightened mob of Illinois. I was going to make a Chicago joke, but I don't really know what to do. Yeah. Knowledge sharing. Okay. Who can be our new rival? Ontario, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania? Sure, we'll make New Jersey our rival. Let's see. That means that we can revoke our current rival. Oh, and I can't actually issue a truce with them, which does kind of suck, but oh well. We will continue to build a spy network in Maryland. After Maryland, though, who is the main question? North Carolina would be interesting. My ally wouldn't join in. Georgia wouldn't, but I don't know how long that's going to last for. We could also, by that point, almost fully consolidate the Chesapeake trade node under our rule. Continue to exercise. We are making 3 ducats, which is rather nice. So, I think in that case, let's see, what are we most behind in? I think I'll decline that for now. Improved relations or yearly prestige? We'll do the improved relations guy. Well, we'll get that. What is our inflation like? It's only at 3%, which is not great, but could be worse. Still, could be worse. See. No. No. Yeah, okay. Continuing to exercise these guys. Everything is looking pretty good. After we get this cord, New Jersey is no longer a valid rival. Okay, then who is a valid rival then? Ontario? Pennsylvania? Sure, Ontario. I don't have any, they would be useful against New York, but Quebec is probably better. Okay. I don't want to piss off Pennsylvania just yet. Actually, we will go ahead and we will improve relations with our allies. Pennsylvania is not having a good time, it doesn't look like. Side with the burghers, side with the clergy. Let's see. Side with the clergy. I like the national tax modifier. That's always quite nice because you can get it back up to 3 again, and then you can immediately go and hire another guy. So, no, our spy network in Maryland. I will start building a spy network in North Carolina, though. What about Kentucky? Oh, yeah, I would not be able to fight that. Yeah, no, I'm not fighting that. At least not right now. Anything else interesting has gone on? Is the West still a mess? Yes, it has. Quebec has taken over parts of none of it, which is interesting. I could actually get an alliance with Quebec, but yeah, I could get an alliance with Quebec. Because Connecticut, I always forget to cancel military access because that takes up a slot. Getting an alliance with Quebec would actually be rather nice, I think. Is there any southern state that we can get an alliance with? We're allied with Georgia. They're allied with Florida. Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina. No, he's died. Okay. I'll keep with the military candidate. Florida, Georgia. Georgia will be a good ally. Florida, Mississippi, South Carolina, Tennessee. Illinois is my ally. So I want to start striking down here. I want to take over the upper south. But it would be like a nice strong ally down here. Because Quebec is good and useful for like New England stuff, but I don't want to continue to expand down here. Louisiana, Mississippi. Let's look at the ledger, right? Our total. Let's see. Florida. Well, Georgia's over Florida. Massachusetts, Illinois, Washington, Alaska, Connecticut. Tennessee would probably be useful against Kentucky and North Carolina. And I don't immediately need them to form the Southeastern Union. I just need those areas. Oh yeah, and our general has died. Let's go ahead. Westmoreland Battle. That is a name. Oh my gosh. We'll go ahead and we'll train him up. Let's see. We do have the provinces to form Chesapeake, I think. We just need to core them. But as of right now, I think we're just gonna hang and slowly figure some stuff out. Let's see. I'm quickly checking Discord, but let's see. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of a boring part where you're kind of in the middle of a limbo thing and you don't really need much. You're just kind of waiting for shit to happen. But oh well. Let's see. We'll get workshops, which is very nice. Farm estate, ramparts. I do need that Miltech 5, but unhappiness among the peasantry. Gain prestige, lose 1 stability. Do not want to lose stability. That will put us in debt, which is shit, but we can get out of that, so... We can get out of debt. It's fine. I don't want to build anything. Maryland desires fucking everything. Well, you're not getting it back. You won't even exist in, like, 3 years. New Jersey, flashing in and out of existence in Middlesex County. Yeah. We have gained Sussex as a core province, and we can gain the mercantilism. I'll keep spamming that. That does mean we can actually repay that loan, like, immediately, which is nice. So, Mokite Separatists. Is that the actual demonym for someone from Montgomery County? You really don't hear, like, county denonyms all that much. You hear, like, city denonyms, but not, like, county. Like, I'm a Prince Williamer. Prince William County. Or Fauquier County over here? Fairfaxian. I don't know. Fairfaxian actually rolls off the tongue. And I guess it also makes sense because you have the city of Fairfax, which is kind of a city. Tyson's? I don't know. We've gained core provinces. Yes, and we can invest in a new idea, which I'm not going to do, but we're going to go ahead and make Delaware a state. And now, we have too few seats in the General Assembly, because of course we do. And Alexandria, Washington, Henrico, Princess Anne. We'll make Montgomery County a and now we can revive the nation of Chesapeake. Lands along the Chesapeake are once again united under one banner. Let's celebrate by declaring ourselves a new nation. That just changes our name, just to Chesapeake. Okay. So we're no longer Virginia, we are now Chesapeake. We keep the same flag. But hey, it was a button that we could press. So I thought we were gonna like change colors and get new ideas, but hey, that's cool too. So we are now Chesapeake. That's not. Let's see. Oh, new idea, no. I will rename this to in honor. There we go. Hey, docks. Miltech 7, nice. I can in fact restore our name. No. We're gonna be Chesapeake. Screw it. A revolt in Newcastle. Delawareans are rising up. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Let's continue. What time is it? 9:45. We are going to get Miltech 5 now, which is going to be rather nice. You're allied with Ohio. Aren't I rivaled with Ohio? Illinois would join. I kind of just want to keep building up. Oh my gosh, this is a very good idea. Or a very good event. Frederick. Invest in rural infrastructure. Invest in better production methods or invest in tax. Is cotton the very... I go and look at trade value. Or, what is it? Trade goods. Goods produced. Trade value. Ayo, John! Hello, welcome in. I am playing the EU4, Europa Universalis IV, with a mod that adds the North America. So all the Canadian provinces, all the US states, and all the Mexican states. And of course I started out as my great Commonwealth of Virginia. And I have now formed the nation of Chesapeake, which is because I took over all of the Chesapeake Bay. So that's nice. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with this. I got an event. Cotton, trade power, trade value. I mean, cotton is still pretty good. You're effectively doing Civil War II simulation the game, lol. Yeah, except every single subdivision in North America is an independent country. I can actually form the Confederate States if I really wanted to. I don't really want to do that, but oh I think I might go base production. Yeah, and that upgraded the trade value to 5. Okay, that's actually rather nice. So Frederick and Harrisonburg is now a bigger city now, so that's nice. Yeah, you can. There are a whole bunch of states that you can form in this. So Virginia, I'm kind of weird because I'm like in the middle of everywhere, like between North and South. So I can form, if I really wanted to, I could form the Mid-Atlantic League, which I would need to take over like Philadelphia, New Jersey, and the New York area, right? But I could also form the South Atlantic Confederacy, which is these provinces down here. So North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. I can actually form the CSA. I would just need all of this. Basically the whole South, basically. And then from there, you can form the USA. I think the CSA can actually form the USA, which is very funny. And then the ultimate thing is the North American Union, where if you own all of it, give me a moment. Sorry about that. My dad was just saying goodnight. But the ultimate thing is you can form the North American Union, which is basically if you take over the entirety of North America, you can form the North American Union, which maybe someday. Maybe, maybe not. Let's just focus on forming. Well, we already formed Chesapeake, but let's just focus on forming our immediate area first. Miltech 6, yay! We can build barracks now, and that's nice. But lose ducats, lose 1 stability. I'm gonna lose the ducats. I don't have ducats, Georgia. I don't have that. Ohio is no longer a valid rival for Chesapeake. Okay, I guess I'm too powerful now. Yeah, revoke. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I guess New Jersey. Sure. Uh. But yes, that is something that I can do. So, Alabama is no more. Arkansas is still there. Arkansas just be chilling, right? They're they're doing pretty okay. Uh. But yeah, we're just continuing on for now. I'm kind of a lull right now because I need more. I need more guys. I need more guys, so I think what I'm going to do is these next couple of years are just going to be a couple of building years. I'm making 8 ducats a month. Oh my gosh. Should I get my purely inflation guy? Inflation reduction? Or should I just promote these guys? I think it's cheaper to just promote. But yeah, okay. It's I'm just chilling. And what time frame is it set in? Is the game fixed to a certain era? Well, Europa Universalis IV, right? Europa Universalis IV, the game in general, is 1444, so basically near the end of the Middle Ages, to 1821, so just after Napoleon. So the early modern era. And typically it focuses on, well, Europe and whatnot, and Asia and stuff like that. But normally in the base game, in the normal game, North America is basically uncolonized, except for a couple of like Native American tribes and like the Aztecs and the Incas in Mexico and stuff like that. This is a mod that adds all of these countries in. So if you just get EU4 and you load up the base game, these countries aren't here. This is very much a mod. It's a very fun mod. It's a classic mod, too. It's been around forever. But, yeah. So, like, if I look up Great Powers of the World, for example, Like, it's, typical, great powers during this period. You have Ming China, Castile, eventually becoming Spain, France, the Ottomans, Poland, Austria, Muscovy. Nothing strange. Castile is above France now, which I guess would make some sort of sense, because maybe... I don't know. It's always funny when you can't see Europe. A general rule in this game is if you play in Europe, the AI will do boring things, but if you play outside of Europe, the AI will do funny things in Europe especially. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on over there. Simply with this great powers list, because I cannot see Europe. It's only 1474, we're only like 30 years in. But Castile and France, I don't know, maybe Burgundy was split between Castile and France. Maybe that's how that event went down. But this is a very, very fun game. It's one of the few games that I can just sit down and play for hours. There aren't very many games like that. I can convert a province to Americo Protestant. Oh yeah, Newcastle, Delaware is Catholic. Okay. Knowledge sharing from Tennessee. Yeah, of course, Tennessee. I will share my knowledge with you. Yeah, right now we're just kind of in a sort of building period. So, my army of Virginia, which is nice. I will probably begin to form up my my army of call it Army of Maryland, Army of the Potomac. I don't know, Army of Northern Virginia. So. I remember in 4th grade, we did Virginia history, right? 4th grade, the history thing was, the social studies topic was history of the state of Virginia. And I remember during the Civil War unit, they always made sure to say, the Army of Northern Virginia is a Confederate army. Like, they made the point of that, because my teacher was like, you're going to get it confused, or like, oh yeah, Army of Northern Virginia, it's from the North. Nope. Like, the Army of the Potomac was the Northern, that was the Union Army fought down here. Religion of the Republic. Okay, we can do a government change. So... Maintain balance of power, diplomats +1. So that's nice. Extend temple rights. Temples and cathedrals grant the province 33% local tax modifier and -2 unrest. That is very good. Clerical privileges, religious unity, and admin tech costs. Reform church, national tax modifier +15%. I'm gonna go with expand temple rights, because as long as we have a temple in each province, like, the temple already gives you national tax modifier. But plus 33% plus the local unrest that is very, very good. With that, I think our budget is going to jump up some more. I can't promote him, but yeah, we are just chilling. I think I'm gonna base the Army of Maryland in Baltimore. Army of Maryland. So we have engaged in several wars so far. The first was our first war. Let me recruit a new guy. Westmoreland Matthews and Westmoreland Battle. Okay, both their names are the same. Our first war was against West Virginia. West Virginia and Indiana, technically, because they were allied. Took over West Virginia. That was pretty easy. And then our second war was against the District. We took over Washington, because Washington, D.C. was its own independent thing. And then we did a war against Maryland, and now we did a war against Delaware. The war against Maryland was rather tricky. I actually had to restart that one several times, like reload, because they were allied with New York, which New York is scary. In like the early game, New York is very scary. But luckily I was allied with Pennsylvania, so we took on New York. And the first couple of times I failed, but then the time that ultimately succeeded, I decided to be super aggressive in my battle plans. And that ultimately did end up working. So, we need to push through something in the General Assembly. Now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just do manpower recovery speed, monthly war exhaustion, minor construction, diplomats +1. I don't really need the diplomats right now. This is one that I've been spamming constantly, simply because stability is nice, but I've kept up my stability. Manpower recovery speed is very nice. +10%. Would it really be worth it, though? We could appoint a Grand Admiral, which that would be very, very nice. Because if we take a look at our Navy tradition, what is our Navy tradition? 19%, which is shit. So we're going to be doing a lot of fighting. We've already been doing a lot of fighting, naval fighting, so might actually want to do that. I don't want to lose the army tradition. I'll bribe a member of the General Assembly or something. Alright, there we go. Yes, but now we are slowly... We are building the Army of Maryland. No rebels. Our country is about as stable as it can be. Apparently, there were two armies of the Potomac. There was under the Union, established by under McDowell, soon replaced by McClellan. We all know how that went. Something something Peninsular Campaign, something something. And there was a Confederate one under Beauregard. I didn't know there was a Confederate one. I don't know too much about the Civil War. I probably know more about the Civil War than your average person. Especially considering, you know, I took several U.S. history classes, and, you know, because we're in Virginia, you know, there's a big emphasis on the Civil War in our curriculum, and Civil War has some deep lore. Yeah, there is a Are you, John? Are you aware of the World War II and or the Great War channels? Because there is a there was a teenager guy, like a guy my age, right, who did basically the same sort of format as those two channels, except with the Civil War. Some of the early episodes are kind of terrible, but the newer ones are pretty good. Not really, but it sounds like I need to check them out. Okay, so imagine week by week coverage of both World War I and World War II. So you have an episode, right, and that episode covers a week in the war, and it's all chronological. And that's what the Great War, and the World War II channels have been doing. The World War I channel, that was during the 100th anniversary of the war, so that was 2014 to 2018. And the World War II channel is, they're in 1945 right now, early 1945. So whatever this week was in 1945. And they are absolutely excellent channels. They're great for binge watching, and I actually support the World War II channel on Patreon. Join the Time Ghost Army, but it's really great. Check them out if you have the time. So, but recently today I actually started going back because I hadn't watched the Great War series. I hadn't watched the Great War series, rewatched it since it finished, right? Since the week by week coverage finished in 2018. And I recently went back and binged the World War II one just to get caught up on everything for, 1945 and whatnot. And obviously I'm watching the World War II week by week as it comes out, but I recently just started going back and rewatching the Great War. So, lose 1 stability, lose 25% reform progress. I don't like losing stability. I love stability. I love democracy. Okay, I can actually begin to exercise those guys to have a professional army. So that's nice. I've been pinged. Weekly newsletter for Outdoor Adventure Club. Yay, okay. All of my guys are idle. I do sort of want to take out Maryland. Because, well, having them be 2 provinces in Western Maryland is kind of a botherance to me. We'll keep Westmoreland Battle in charge. Luckily, they're only allied with Ohio, and I do want to begin to build up army though, so I will continue to build up the Army of Marylands. I only think there's one Maryland. But as Spud pointed out earlier when he was in chat, there are multiple Tennessees. Because there's the 3 grand regions of Tennessee. Yep, I'm continuing to spam Grant Monopoly because I don't have any other things I really need to spend on. The militarized religious icons would be kind of nice once we get our manpower back up and we go to war like a fuck ton. But yeah. Alright. So... There we go. I do want to... Let's see. We can't actually build more ships. We can build one more ship. Until we reach our force limit. We can also take an idea, which is nice. We can take ship durability. We should probably build a... Well, I don't have the money to build a flagship. Actually, yes, I do. We should build our flagship. We should build a flagship. We absolutely should. Right now I'm focusing on just sort of maxing out my, what's it called? My, Army Force Limit. That's what it's called. But yeah, we can build... Let's go ahead and let's build a flagship. Alright, light ship. What shall we have on our flagship? I think... Fleet Naval Tradition. Fleet Prestige. Oh, that's just the fleet. Okay. Flagship Durability. Cannons is pretty good. Morale. Engagement with is pretty good. Blockade impact on siege. Because this is a light ship, and we are going to be very close to movement on and off speed. Durability, privateering. Well, we're not going to be pirates. I mean, we can do pirate stuff later. I know there's already 9k pirates from New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania off the coast. The Virginia Pirates, yes. Mortar, yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. What shall we call this? Call it the Loudon. Hey. You know what? Sure, it's the Loudon. Let's go. Loudon County. What a place. Yeah, I've been kind of talking in and out about, you know, my state and actually I've been probably talking more about the District of Columbia than I have about my own state. But because I live within a 50-mile radius of the District of Columbia, I am legally obligated to say that I am from there because no one will know where the hell I'm from otherwise. So Alright. Alright, now we're gonna start saving up our manpower, right? So in that case, I am going to wait probably a year or so just to get that up a couple, you know, couple thousand people. And then we will take out Maryland. Yes, we will. Let's see. Okay. How's the stream, by the way? Is the bitrate okay, or is everything okay? Yeah, it looks okay on my end. Governor, my governor, the country of Arkansas has asked Kentucky for 5 trust favors. Are you going to war with Tennessee? Let's see. Everything's looking alright. Alright, good, good. Yeah. We're just Bing chillinging. Ohio, do I want to take anything from Ohio? Probably not. I probably just want to take, like, a whole bunch of their cash and, war reps and stuff like that. They're not my rival anymore, I don't think, so I don't think I can humiliate them. No, but... Oh, well. New Jersey has insulted us. That's rich coming from New Jersey. My spy network in Ohio has been found out. I'll send an insult back. We'll send an insult back. There we go. Also send an insult to West Virginia because to Ohio. Do I want to send an insult to Ohio? No. I'll send an insult to Maryland. Hey, Maryland. We can actually customize our insult to them. That is a Monty Python reference. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Which is a movie I have not watched in literal ages, but I love how that movie just ends. We considered multiple for 311. We considered like a choose your own ending sort of thing. And one of them was literally just the ending to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. May your sky be filled with comets. Yeah, I'll send the Monty Python reference to Maryland. The Soviet Socialist Republic of Maryland, as my dad jokes. Maryland's okay otherwise. Baltimore is probably the definition of sketchy. And, but the rest of the state is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'll keep up with my military candidate. The devs seem to know some stuff then. Yes, they do. Wilson Raleigh is now my new guy. I reassign Westmoreland Matthews to over here. And then I'll reassign, you can go and that'll be the siege army for now. Hey, we just got a bunch of PowerPoints. For context, PowerPoints is how you pay for things for like technology, for instance. The way you level up is you save up enough PowerPoints and then you get the technology. Same with ideas. You save up enough PowerPoints and you can unlock special ideas that give your countries, modifiers and whatnot. You also use it for developing provinces. So leveling up various provinces, basically, you get more manpower, get more production, I could get more, more tax, stuff like that. So getting an event that just gives you 40 of each is, like, that is very, very nice. Can I reestablish my spy network in Ohio? No, I cannot. Not until May. Could I... Outrage countries. Just Maryland. Well, no one's really outraged with me, which gives me free license to just expand. Tennessee is asking to give them 50 ducats. No, thank you, Tennessee. I've been there before. In that case, can I improve relations with allies? Yes, I can. Alright, I think what we're gonna do now. We are losing a bit of money, but hopefully in the wars with Ohio and Maryland, we can save up that money back. Maryland is still just only allied with Ohio. Illinois would join in, but I don't really think I need Illinois to join in. It'd be nice, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. We will save the game. And now we will go to war with Maryland. If I bring in nope, if I bring in Ohio, then the entire world is against me, so Ohio is not going to be a co-belligerent. Where'd my war fleet go? Why are you all the way up there? Oh well. The conquest of Frederick. The beautiful city of Frederick, Maryland. Frederick, Maryland's pretty nice. I haven't gotten the opportunity to like go around to Frederick and explore it, but from what I've seen, it's a pretty neat city. Maryland has been wiped out. Maryland does not exist. Well, they're going to not exist. I could aim to recreate the absolutely cursed Virginia borders from, long ass time ago. Yeah, when Virginia claimed basically the Northwest Territory, so Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and like parts of Minnesota. At some point, Virginia claimed all of that. They also claimed this little segment over here, including what would eventually become Pittsburgh. And of course, Kentucky and West Virginia were obviously a part of Virginia at various points in time. So Virginia at some point was just all of this, minus like the Pennsylvania and Canadian portions. Very cursed, but that would be very funny to recreate. Could we go ahead and do that instead? That would be quite funny. Can I build a spy network in Ohio now? Yes, I can. Okay, very nice. Good. I do not have enough guys. I do not have enough guys to siege that province out. Can I build some more guys? How much does it require to siege this out? Do I just need, like, one more? Oh, well. What do I have to siege out today? Do I have to siege out Hamilton? Hamilton County? Cincinnati? Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Let me just, like, sit in Washington County for now and see what happens. Cities demand old rights. I'll lose the government reform progress. Cheese grater. Hello, average. Yes, cheese grater. Now invest in an idea. Let me actually hold off on that because let me hold off on that because if I get the idea, then I can begin to make cannons. And cannons will be very, very useful. It's a secret weapon that will help us later. But let's Fonks cannons. Yes, we will make the Fonks cannons real. Still, okay, this war is going nowhere. Can I, like, bait Ohio into just sieging stuff out? Nope, we have the limber now. Yay, we actually have cannons. Cannons are expensive as fuck, but they are worth it. So, let's see. Go ahead and sacrifice this one unit to the Ohioans. Send him somewhere. Oh my gosh, we have a cannon. That gets us close. I could be prosecuting this war so much more smartly, but instead I'm doing it the way that I am doing it. Okay. We will wait to siege out Maryland. Well, it's going to be sieged out in like a moment, so. Let's see. Georgia has embraced their golden era. I think we can actually embrace golden era, but I might wanna hold off. Siege on Washington is over. Well, okay. In that case, you people will be going over here now. We can get naval tech. So, you're just going to sit back here for now while they slowly siege out Ohio. I want Ohio's 225 ducats. It'd also be funny if I would take Washington, just because. How much of Ohio can I actually take? That would be nice. These two provinces? I'm not calling Tennessee into the war. And we have our next set of ideas. What ideas should we take? Religious, economic. I think I was more leaning towards economic. Humanist. Economic ideas, I think, would probably be very nice. We'll take economic ideas. Oh. Because, one thing I always seem to be short on in this game is money, so... Alright. Tennessee's opinion of us has changed by 30%. Nice. I think after this war wraps up, I might end the stream, because we've been going for, nearly 3.5 hours. But, yes, I don't exactly need to get to bed, because I need to be at, as long as I'm at, like, school by noon, college by noon, I'll be good. But, I'd like to, spend the rest of the night to, go ahead and, focus on some other things. I was in the shower for the chunk of it. That's fine. Come in and out as you want. I don't really care either way. So, Ohio's thing is very low. They will not give us these provinces, unfortunately. I will return Toledo to Michigan. That would be very cursed. War reps. Maryland will not exist after this. Unconditional surrender from Maryland. Well, obviously. But, we will go ahead and we will fully siege out Ohio. Ohio is not... Ohio is being stupid. Call for peace, yes. We will call for peace as soon as I can get all the stuff that I want. Army tradition or manpower? I'm gonna go with the army tradition. I need the manpower, but the manpower can regenerate. The army tradition is a bit harder to come across, but here we go. Siege of Franklin. Okay, so those two provinces, all of their cash. War reps. Oh, it actually does look like I need to siege out Cuyahoga or Toledo. Or no, Toledo's over here. That's Cleveland. Claims fabricated by New Jersey. New Jersey fabricates many claims. I will quickly siege these guys out. Oh, that is so much attrition. What if I just... Okay, I need to smartly do this siege. What I'm going to do is we're going to do some transfers. So you transfer to there. The one guy goes over there. And then that heads back there. Well, I can now have this leaderless army go into Ohio. Go into Toledo and delete these 9k guys from existence. Maryland has just now embraced Renaissance. Huh. How far has it spread? Oh, colonialism has not spawned yet, but Renaissance has. Oh yeah, it's spread pretty quickly. Only a couple of states that don't have it yet. The institution. Institutions gives you bonuses. It also means that once you have the institution, you can get techs quicker, which is pretty nice. Like the threshold for the number of points you need to get techs decreases a whole lot. That's actually quite nice. Can I peace out now? No, I could not. Ultra map mode. Keep our guy. At least for now. Let's see. Peace offer from Ohio. Not yet. I, of course, want to siege out Cuyahoga. I do want to break your alliance with Kentucky, too. That would be quite useful. 'Cause Kentucky, if I can break your alliance with Kentucky, then I only have to deal with Arkansas and Illinois. So Kentucky will probably be our next guy. And to remind myself of this, I'm going to build a spy network in Kentucky. Ohio, fully sieged out, lasted a year. Take some more of your ducats. 94% peace deal, so we're going to take all their money. See those two provinces, cancel their alliance with Kentucky, and get some war reps. So that will be rather nice. And now, over here, we can finally wipe the Soviet Socialist Republic of Maryland off the face of the earth. No more Maryland! Yay! Siege ability! Let's go. Secure the Chesapeake. Down with Delaware. Yes. Yippee! I should add that too. Okay. Okay, now... Army of Maryland, you go back to Baltimore. You all go back to Henrico. Your war exhaustion is high. Yes, yes, I know. Church actions can be selected. Yeah, I'll take Grant Monopoly again, because why not? I can now invest in an idea, which I will. Morale of navies. Seize land. I don't feel like seizing land. Go back there. Army of Virginia, and then you. Westmoreland Matthews. And you will go to Winston Raleigh. So. Alright. So yeah, I think we've been doing good so far. The next thing I want to do, my squeaky chair, we're gonna lay low for a little bit, and then just to see. I think we might want to go to war with Kentucky next, so we can reunite at least most of, pre, 1790 or 17. When was Kentucky formed? Kentucky state formation. When was Kentucky formed? 1792. Okay, that's what I thought. But pre-1792 Virginia plus Maryland, Delaware, and some parts of Ohio. So, I think we might decide to end the stream here. Who can I raid? No one that I am... Nobody that I'm raiding is currently online. Let me go ahead and save the game too. But let me go ahead and thank everybody. So thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Let me go ahead. This person is playing EU4. I can double their viewership. Thank you, John. Thank you, Average. Thank you, Spud, for showing up. And I will see y'all in the next one. I don't know when that will be. It might be a Railroader stream with some friends. It might be Slime Rancher, because the update is coming out, which I'm very, very excited about. But, I'll see y'all in the next one. So goodbye, everybody, and stick around for the raid. So, thank you very much. Bye.